Earth 2020. Society is in ruins, and a virus runs rampant among the world's humble citizens. They are lost. In these dark times, three wayward nerds cross paths at the House of India and realize they are destined to be friends. And so they did. This is their story. The story of the Side Quest.
Hello and welcome. Today we're talking about the rise and the fall, possibly, of
Most likely.
Xbox.
We're talking about how Xbox is dead again, baby.
Roll it!
Welcome back to the Side Quest podcast. My name's Matt.
I'm BJ.
I'm Luke. We're trying something new today.
Yeah, I almost fumbled it.
Hey, we got it. But people don't come to us for like our pristine. What do they come to here for? Off the
People
cuff,
say
fuck around
people
and
say
find
that
out
we don't
energy.
grow or change,
We don't.
and we don't.
We say that.
We also say that. No, we
People
don't.
in this room say that we don't.
Some people.
Pull out a mirror.
Luke, was it like on Sunday, texted us about an idea, and I've been liking if we, this new season 3,
2, 3.
two,
We'll figure it out.
2. It's season 2. No.
I mean, do we say like season
it's
1?
Season 3.
Yeah.
Season 3.
Every 100 episodes is a season.
Yes. So this is season 3, the beginning of season 3, and we're trying some new stuff. But doing more themed episodes was definitely something we've talked about.
We do really well when we have
When we're guided.
I was going to say not a script. Yeah, we're the reason why every video game now has like yellow paint on ledges and like has the checklist. We're really good with guidance.
So Luke texted us about doing something about the downfall of Xbox, and
Because I
the
think
signs are there.
Well, because I think all of us kind of like, because you can look back at some of our episodes. We had episodes where like, dude, Xbox is a great place.
And this is
Yeah, but I feel like we would have Xbox is back, Xbox is dead, Xbox is back, Xbox is
Yeah.
dead.
But what I think that comes down to is I think if you were to take like the essence of Xbox and what they're good at, I have always preferred Xbox, but there have just been things that have been happening.
I mean,
that I'm not happy about. But
I was
in
all
general,
in.
I've been on the Xbox side of the console wars.
Like when it comes to the main like consoles, like I didn't really have a horse in the race because I was a Nintendo kid growing up, and then I got a PS4 because like obviously I would. Why would I get an Xbox One? Until they started going, hey, we're doing backwards compatibility, like exponentially better than the competition, and we're gonna do Game Pass. And I was like, that sounds awesome. So I got an Xbox and then moved because at the time, had some good shit.
We'll get into that. I think we should probably start from the very beginning. Editor.
Bill Gates was born on.
So, in 1998, Microsoft engineers pitched an Xbox console built around the DirectX system to compete with PlayStation. Right around 2001, they launch Halo Combat Evolved
with their new console.
With the new console, the Xbox original. And then a couple years later, 3, they got Xbox Live, the first
a first real, because Dreamcast could do it.
I mean, there were others, but this was the
yeah.
best integrated, the best version, most flushed out.
You could actually do it online gaming versus because I think
you didn't have to buy a thing to unscrew the back of your console and plug in.
Exactly. And
it was a monthly subscription. You paid for the servers. You got to play online, and it was huge. I mean, that was I'm pretty sure that's what Halo 2 launched with was live. They're like,
It was because my copy of Halo 2 still has advertisements for Xbox Live in it.
Because if I remember Halo 1, you could do multiplayer, but it had to be like LAN, so you had to connect to the Xboxes.
I mean, that's what Halo. I would say, before it got big into the multiplayer stuff and like that, it was known, other than the story itself, but couch co-op was a huge thing. I remember it's sleepover, let's play Halo.
Yeah.
Couch co-op.
Yeah, dude, I was a little kid, and my dad had an Xbox and Halo 2. and he like would keep me up past my bedtime to continue playing Halo 2 with him. And I remember at least one time where I fell asleep with the controller in my hands, like, Dad, please let me go to bed.
That's the type of parent I'm
I
trying to
mean,
be.
so like going through this, like I think I'd like to give my at least our experiences with like each console that we have experiences with, but so it was GameCube was my first console that I got.
And 64 was mine.
Second console was Xbox original that I bought off a friend in middle school. So this is
Yeah.
well along the time that the Xbox 360 was out. But like I
mean, back then,
my
waiting
parents were
for a
like,
new
"We're not going to
console was
buy
like,
you a
yeah,
game," and my friend was like, "Hey, for $30, I'll sell you my Xbox
That's
original."
a
That's a great
steal.
deal.
And I was like,
Your friend's an idiot. No offense.
I mean, he also sold me like my PSP. He like his
He just
parents-
had the shit.
Well, because
Yeah.
his parents would just buy him the
There
new
was,
console.
there was always one kid that was always selling his shit.
Yeah.
because his parents would buy him the new stuff, and he
So
just
he just, like,
wanted
get rid of it.
some extra cash, like to just make some free money. And I remember getting it and playing
What
like
PSP
Medal of Honor.
Slight tangent. What PSP did you get? The God of War one from him, or was it just regular?
I think it was so. I owned 2 God of Wars
Was it for both
An
the two
original-
PSP ones?
and a white Clone Troopers one.
Nice.
So I owned 4 PSPs. I don't know why I owned so many. I can't remember.
They were
any of them-
relatively cheap though. Like,
but I can't
comparatively,
remember
right?
any of them breaking. That's the thing. Like I can't.
Yeah, they were pretty durable. I had a PSP that broke because it like got on a plane and the screen like fucked up.
Oh, I've heard the biggest thing, biggest breaking component on those was actually like the little mini disc
The
drive.
back, yeah.
That, and then on those original models, the fucking battery.
Oh, it would swell like
Yeah.
a motherfucker. I remember.
Overheat that bitch
oh,
easy.
a little tangent, but remember how the original mod for that you had to get a modded battery to hack the system.
Yeah.
So weird. Now there's
Now it's just you plug in an SD card and it's over.
yeah. Well, you just plug it in the computer and just no. I think you just log onto a
I mean,
web.
through the Vita,
Oh.
you can do it through the
web.
web
Yeah, through
browser.
the web
yeah.
that happened after I did mine. And I
Yeah.
was pissed about it.
Yeah, so you can just hack the Vita through the web browser. I
But
don't
the
know.
original,
with
the
the
original
original-
Xbox hacking.
Oh yeah,
So that's what I was gonna say. Is I like learned about this, and we had like an office computer, and then an older computer that was mine, and I took this computer apart, and I did the thing because you had to connect the Xbox hard drive to the motherboard of your other PC. And then you had to get there's only like 2 or 3 games that would have this weird feature where it had to access specific files in the hard drive. So you had to have that disk to be able to hack it. And I was like, yeah, I can get that.
That's where hacking starts on pretty much any console.
is a
It's
game
like,
that
you have to have this one specific game and do this weird thing.
And so I connected to, I had like a disc that I burned with the image of it. I put it in the Xbox and then hooked the hard drive up to to my PC, and then booted my computer from the Xbox hard drive, and then you could do all that stuff. And then I hacked it, and then I was like, you could because it had a read write disk drive.
Yeah, you could burn your own games and
You
shit.
could burn your own games and download games
Yeah,
offline.
The Xbox One or original Xbox.
Yep,
Fuck you and your naming conventions. We'll get to that. But like that was the era where piracy was just fucking rampant because every game just came on a fucking CD-ROM that you could get a pack of 25 of. At the
I mean,
store.
shit. That was the Dreamcast too.
Yeah, and it's ironic because
Yeah.
the Dreamcast died and the Xbox was basically the Dreamcast too.
Yeah.
I will say though, like I know, I mean, we just talked about the controllers and what a good controller Xbox has made, but Xbox original, bulky as fuck.
Bulky, but it worked for again at the time.
That's another thing that makes it exactly like the Dreamcast.
Not as bulky, but very similar.
I'll be real. I think the Dreamcast is actually comfortable hold because where they have the triggers.
It
specifically.
feels way smaller than it is.
Yeah.
Because the triggers are like halfway in.
I also will say though, is Xbox, I feel like became very early because when did N64 come out?
96.
Okay, so I guess they followed in trend with the N64. especially with Japan. But like Japan was like, we're gonna release all these crazy shells, and then Xbox was like,
Green and black, baby. And white, I think.
There's a couple limited editions, like the neon green one. That's a very rare Xbox original.
There's a Stars edition for Resident Evil that came out.
But like the fact that they were like, we're gonna make different shells, and all of them are so cool. And then one of the ones that I bought for my friends had essentially at the time a D brand like skin on it, where it was like neon green flames on the black console, and it was that kind of sticker. It wasn't. It was
like puffy.
Yes,
it wasn't
but
like
it was
a decal
puffy
sticker.
plastic.
Yeah.
Rubber, like rubbery.
Mm-hmm.
And it was thick, about 1/8 of an inch thick.
That's the one that was on my GameCube. It was Resident Evil 4 themed.
But you know what I'm talking about?
That same.
Yeah,
really
it's that
thick
rubbery.
material.
You gotta push it a little bit.
Yeah, not like foam, but
it's got some
It
give.
cushioned the console. A little
yes,
bit.
yeah, it's that, and I still have both of them. Just when I went home, I saw them in the garage, like both of them just stacked on top of each other. And then I found the AV cables in my old desk, and I was like, damn. But
I want to give some shout out to the games though too, because remember this was back when Xbox actually was trying to put out exclusives. Because with the Xbox, obviously you had Halo, but this is where Fable dropped for the first time.
Yeah, that's true.
They had Fusion Frenzy, which was a good party game back then.
Yep.
You had Knights of the Old Republic, Jade Empire,
Hodor.
Yeah,
Blinks the Time Cat, baby.
Blinks the Time Cat. You had Ninja Gaiden dropped there first. You had
Every Dreamcast game.
pretty much
became exclusive.
Shenmue.
Well, we also
Panzer Dragon.
here's another Medal of Honor,
which
turned into Call of Duty. Mm-hmm. Well, the full title is Call of Duty Medal of Honor.
Oh, really? That's what it was?
That's the full title is Call of Duty Medal of Honor.
I have no idea about
but
any
the
of that.
series,
Yeah.
the COD series, first game, Medal of Honor.
Because I remember seeing like Big Red One in Walmart and all those other ones. Like
The Call of Duty, started with Medal of Honor series on Xbox original. So, yeah, I remember playing all of those.
I played it mostly at my friend's house, and I remember playing Fable for the first time on that thing, and I was like, whoa.
It was the time where it's like after I had the GameCube, and then I did play the Xbox like original. I was like, man, these are adult games, and it did feel cool.
Oh, 100%, because they were the edgier ones.
Yeah, because I'm not playing on my GameCube playing Legend of Zelda.
Love Legend of Zelda.
So much love, so much, but it's like, oh, these. I could shoot people. I can crash cars.
Or you pick up Fable and you're like, dude, I can have sex with a bitch. This is insane.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
My experience with the Xbox was exclusively Halo and Halo 2.
But those, like
it was
cool,
Fable and Halo for me. Yeah.
Pretty cool adolescent games.
It was that and even like if you look at like commercials back in the day, they were like kind of going in on that.
Remember
Like,
the guy
cool
with the
shit.
voice?
What?
Like all of the Xbox commercials where it's like combat involved.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They
you want to go Medal of Honor? Yeah, you're cool.
They got the guy now, or after every trailer, it's like play it day one with Game Pass.
Yeah,
it's that guy.
Like,
yeah,
those were all the Xbox commercials where they had the guy's voice that made it sound like
this is the sickest shit you've ever seen.
Yeah,
I bet that guy felt like Sir Ian McKellen crying on the set of The Hobbit. It just became on Game Pass.
Yeah,
he's in there just like, this isn't what I signed up for.
Yeah.
So another little quick fact though is that Xbox sold the console at a loss to try to.
But that's what you're supposed to do with consoles.
You sell
the
loss
hardware at a loss
and then
make it up
make
on
it
the
up
software. Especially nowadays, you fucking cunts. You're charging me $60 for a digital game that costs you nothing to produce. Kill yourself.
So leading to the, I would say the golden era, the golden age.
Oh,
by far.
I would say realistically 2005 to about probably 2000.
I'd say like 11.
I'd say 11 because that's when I think the Kinect dropped too. So yeah, I'd say 2005 to 11. It was they're like, hey, here's the Xbox 360, and it was like golden age. Even with the fucking red ring, people still didn't give a fuck and still just bought 360s.
I had like 5 of those bitches that red ring.
Also, did you hear about the fix that they found?
Yeah, where you just fucking superheat it.
Yeah, you just put it in the oven.
It's insane. You literally have to make the chip red hot.
And
make it.
No, you got to get it in like 400, 500 degrees. So you put it in a really hot oven.
The video that I saw of a guy doing it, he had a fucking heat gun to it for like an hour, and that shit was glowing. And then he was like, "All right, it's fixed." Turned it on, played it. It was fine.
I've heard just people just leaving in the oven like at 500 degrees for like 4 hours.
Because I think it's a thermal paste issue, right?
It's exactly a thermal paste issue, and so it's like some other weird soldering stuff where stuff just becomes like
Yeah, it just cracks over time.
you just have to reset it. Yeah,
I mean, it helps.
2005, the 360 launches a year before the PlayStation 3, which
Good get.
A year before the PlayStation 3 and way cheaper. PS3 at launch was $600.
Yeah, because it was a fucking Blu-ray player.
a Blu-ray player,
which is
fully-
how I convinced my parents to get the PlayStation 3.
Yeah.
I could play TV, and never once did they use my PlayStation
your
3
PlayStation
to
3,
watch
yeah.
movies. Never.
PS3
Because
was
the UI is impossible.
My
for a
dad was
parent
about to
figure
pick up
out.
a controller.
Yeah.
Didn't a lot of those consoles like they sold separately?
Yeah, that was the era where they came out with the TV
Yeah.
remote for the console.
I bought one for this generation Xbox, and it works great except for the fact that it needs line of sight.
Oh, yeah.
But it's by 8-bit do.
Nice.
And you pick it up and it lights up. So it's
I had the
Shout out
the
8-bit
official
do.
one
They make
for
great
the
shit.
Xbox One, and you
I
didn't
remember
even,
the control.
You didn't even have to sync it. It would just be like, all right, you're in the menu, do whatever you want.
Yeah, super sick. So we got Halo 3, Gears of War, Fable 2, and
Originally, Mass Effect.
originally
Also, Forza Horizon dropped on the 360 as well.
Let's be honest. Also, GTA 5, you weren't doing that shit on PS3.
Or, well, actually, GTA 4, because the DLC was all exclusive for a while.
true.
You couldn't get the DLC on until PS3 put out the collection. So yeah, GTA 4 had BioShock was initially exclusive.
Yep.
we have finally achievements.
Yeah, that's what the first achievement. Dude, that's the thing.
Avatars.
Xbox starts a lot of things that become the norm in gaming.
People might have more love for it than I do, but Xbox Live Arcade was not. I did not do anything on Xbox Live Arcade.
That's where I played Bash until the
But
first time.
I know that a lot of people were like,
Dude,
fucking loved it.
Fucking Castle
Crashers.
brother.
I know. I agree. I know. But I
Tanner-
never played Castle Crashers until my PlayStation
Yo,
3.
only the real ones know about Castle Miner Z.
You might
You know
that
this
might
is
have
not
been
Xbox, but super rocket powered battle cars,
Yeah.
which is the
Predecessor to
Rocket
Rocket League because it is a series.
yes, it is. They made that first for the PlayStation 3 for the arcade. The PlayStation, or what was it
this is
called?
PSN, PlayStation
Yeah.
Network.
Yes,
yeah.
it was a PlayStation Network game, and that was like where they first put out their like initial version of it, and then boom, Rocket League. Very cool.
This era, especially the early, because also you had Oblivion launching on the Xbox 360, where it didn't launch on the PlayStation 3. Like they had everything at
Yeah.
the start. Plus, that was where you got Call of Duty. Halo started the trend of you're playing
Online.
multiplayer.
Multiplayer shit is gonna be on Xbox.
And
Yes.
so then with the 360, it was like Halo, COD. That's where you play
Remember all
Years
these
Battlefield.
sick?
Online.
So you had the trucker,
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Headset.
came with that little shitty headset. That
the
had
trucker
one ear.
headset, and then it would connect, and then you could also do the keyboard.
Yeah, where the
I mean,
the I, and the G
we're gonna
and
say the
R would
PlayStation
all,
also had these things, but like
Xbox did it first.
Xbox did it first, and they
and they
kind of did it
integrated
better.
it better.
Yes.
Because all the PlayStation headsets you'd have to plug into the console. Most of the Xbox ones just go straight to the controller.
Also,
right.
this is where like Turtle Beach and a lot of their companies started getting their big breaks too.
Yeah.
Huge.
Turtle
I
Beach
remember.
blew up.
So as I said, like
You didn't play online games without a Turtle Beach. You were not. You weren't playing
huge.
games.
Once I discovered Battlefield, I was like, I'm good at this. This is what I love. Battlefield 3 came out. Then Battlefield 4 came out, and I like clanned up, did competitions, like where we'd have like clan versus clan shit. Oh, what if we held our hands inside the Twisted Tea box? It was. I got into it, and then as I got like further into it, because I would connect like the old Bluetooth headsets that would have like it had the thing that go down your face, and then it would have like a hook around your ear. I got that, and then I saved up for
And
a
it would
Turtle,
like glow.
and then I saved up for a Turtle Beach, and it came with like a 16-foot cord that you would like put in to back
of the shit, yeah.
dude, Turtle Beach was the shit, and it made a difference. And you had the flip, the mic, and man, I was gaming.
We do be gaming.
We do be gaming.
But
Also,
I think this is one of the best eras of not drinking.
I mean,
drinking
shit.
now.
Right now,
This is the best era to be a drunk. It's the best era to be a gamer because it feels like every other week some new peak shit was coming out. All the Batman games, Gears of War, fucking
Halo Reach.
I've
big.
never thought about storage more than the week that GTA 5 came out. And I had the flu.
wait, GTA 5 released on the 360?
Yes,
Yeah,
360 and
that's where it came
PS3
out
first. And then they got upgrades later on the Xbox One and PS4.
So
2013.
I know exactly where I was. I was in I was in my first year of college, and I had a friend who was super into multiplayer Halo and played tournaments and stuff like that. He was very good at that. I was no, I just like the campaign, And then I remember the day it came out, and we were all oh, shit.
every single dude in that college was sick.
So
that
many
day.
guys,
get online.
so many guys skipped class, called out sick.
Dude, that's
and I
another
remember the
thing.
guys' dorm. It was just whoever had a console and could afford it.
Was everybody's in there watching GTA 5?
Yeah, and so if you weren't, it was the guys who couldn't play it were just all in the room watching this other person play. That was the first thing, because I played GTA 4 on my PlayStation 3. No, I did.
I played mine on the 360.
And it was, it was fine, but GTA 5 was oh, this is a monumental game.
Yeah, groundbreaking.
Yeah.
But another monumental game from that generation. I remember going to school one day, and I think it was 2011, and looking around and only seeing a sea of women. And I was like, what the fuck is happening today? I went to my JROTC class, and there was only one other kid in there. I was like, where the fuck is everybody? Is it skip day or something? And he said, no, Skyrim came out.
Yeah, dude. Here's another
the problem is I can't attest to my experience with Xbox, but I can attest to my experience of Skyrim launching.
Dude, well, it was because I
It was
remember
my first Battlefield. My first single player game, triple digit hours. I think I had over 800 hours in my PlayStation 3 Skyrim.
That's really interesting to hear because
in Helldivers I had 300 hours and I played the shit out of that.
PS3 had problems with Bethesda games. That was one of the big reasons why for a lot of developers it was hard to develop their games. There were multiple third-party games.
It's so crazy that we have lived through a time when you could wait minutes walking into a dungeon in Skyrim and getting to twist the Fallout twist the models around as it shows the tips, to now it's I
don't even get to do that.
You don't even get to see it. I'm where's the cool figures?
You're just back to being Virgil with a top hat fighting big titty anime skeletons.
That's right. Yeah.
Immediately.
It is so wild to live through.
But speaking of that as well, another guy from my JROTC class,
he killed himself. No, I'm just kidding.
no, I mean I'm sure some of them have now, but not this guy. He was cool. We were talking about Skyrim because I'd played it, and I was like, well, I just don't like it. He was like, well, I know what you need. He was like, I'm going to give you a copy of Fallout 3.
Let's go.
Tell me what that's like. And I spent probably 1,000 hours in Fallout 3. I completed every quest I came across, and I would still come home from school and just wander the wasteland.
Just killing motherfuckers.
Yeah.
This was definitely the best era of Bethesda because not only did you launched this console with Oblivion, you then bought the rights to Fallout and put out Fallout 3. You let Obsidian do Fallout New Vegas, and then you put out Skyrim.
Yeah, two entrances for each series
in one console
Yeah.
generation. Whereas now
we haven't gotten a new
we got
one.
We got Skyrim 9 times in the last 5 years.
We got
We do
Skyrim.
have online, Elder Scrolls Online,
ESO
which is a false,
doesn't count.
which is the same reason why 76 does not count.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've had Fallout 4, which now
Because it's the same engine as 4, but
Yeah.
just multiplayer, yeah.
we've had Fallout 4 in 2015, and now we're getting Fallout 4 again in 2025. Yeah, it fucking Bethesda's kind of gone downhill.
What is wrong with people?
It's Todd Howard.
Todd
Todd
can't.
Todd Howard all the way down.
Hey, Todd did Indiana Jones. He apparently was the director of that one. I'll give him a props. For
I don't give a fuck. I played that shit gay as hell.
We did play that shit.
Yeah.
Well,
The only fun part of that game was throwing Nazis over the side of a bridge.
That was fun.
Was
No,
very
they
fun.
weren't Nazis because they couldn't say Nazi.
Right, they were fascists.
Fascists.
Because Nazi is too provocative, even when you're fucking shooting them in the face.
Shout out
So,
Wolfenstein for not.
We have a
Yeah.
fun,
out.
Shout out Wolfenstein and BJ Blazkowicz.
yes.
the best.
We
Nazi
have
killer.
a fun fact. So apparently, Ring of Death failure was 54%.
That was in the first run of like those original Xboxes.
Yeah,
to be fair.
the White Tower.
Yeah. Because when they did
And
the
the
Snap-on
Xbox
hard drive.
spent $1.15 billion in repairs.
I
Yeah.
mean, shit.
Because
still,
they offered that free service where you sent it back, and then it's like, all right, well, I guess I'll wait 9 months.
The other thing, I mean, it's kind of similar to the Nintendo controller. I
they
do
fucking
wonder
knew
how
it was-
much they have spent in like shipping costs and new, like. I wonder.
Yeah.
I do wonder.
I don't
They'll
think-
never tell us, but
No.
I do wonder.
Yeah, I would love to get some insider numbers on that.
I'd love to get numbers on
Anything in the game.
Nintendo.
Anything in Nintendo.
Same with
Yeah.
Netflix.
Yeah,
Those are the
me
two-
too. I want fucking viewing numbers, Netflix.
Two companies I want numbers from.
Yeah, just give
Netflix
us
and
the,
Nintendo.
Give us the metrics.
That's right.
Also, for the 360, I just had to talk about the Arkham games coming out because
And the credit card fraud you committed.
yeah, because I have to bring that up every single time.
This is a good story.
Before we had Xbox Live, Resident Evil 5 came out, and my dad and sister platinumed it
Oh wow.
on multiplayer, including the no gun run with just the punching and stun baton.
No way.
Yeah,
That's insane.
so the DLC for that came out, and they were like, "Fuck, we don't have the internet." So my dad gave it to a friend. He gave
download?
him, he gave him like $30 in cash. The guy downloaded it, brought it back, but he had to set up an account on Xbox with his email and his credit card. So he also, when he brought it back, he was like, "Hey, here's."
I didn't know that it was with somebody else's. I thought it was
No.
with your parents.
I thought it was at first too, and then I realized it wasn't, and it just got worse. So he brings it back, and he's like, "Here's this new Batman game. Maybe BJ will like it." My dad was like, "Okay, just fucking play it." I beat it in a night, and I was like, "Oh my god, this game is peak." And then I gave it back, and then like 2 years later, Arkham City got announced, and by that time we had Wi-Fi. So I started playing through Arkham City. It was another situation where it's like hundreds and hundreds of hours.
Yeah.
I mean, those games are fucking amazing.
Yeah, and then they started coming out with like the Yellow Lantern skin, and I was like, "Mom, can I please get the Yellow Lantern skin for Batman?" She was like, "How much is it?" And I was like, "It's like $3." She was like, "Yeah, fine, whatever." I was like, "Yes." So I downloaded it, and then I was like, "Mom, did the money ever come out for the Batman?" She was like, I don't think so." I was like, "That's weird." So I started looking in my account. I noticed it was still under this guy's credit card because his name was attached, and I was like, "It's free real estate." So I bought every piece of content for Batman Arkham City that existed, including the Harley Quinn DLC.
I will say though, probably back then it was amounted to like $45.
it was like $100.
really?
I mean, every skin was like roughly $2 to $5, plus the DLC was like probably $20 to $30.
And I got the multiplayer packs, even though I wasn't playing them. So,
yeah, they had co-op, right? Wasn't it? Yeah.
sorry, Anthony.
Another thing that to benefit 360. This is also the first year that like Japan was like really invested, because that's when we got like originally PlayStation exclusives came over. Like Final Fantasy came in with 13,
Well, like-
DMC4 dropped. All the Resident Evil started dropping. Like they were
Metal
fully
Gear Solid 5.
Metal Gear Solid 5. Well, and we got the HD collection with 3 and 2.
is a 360 game.
Yeah, at the
It
very
looks so good.
at the very end.
It
So
does.
there's a bunch of games that had the multiple like versions. Metal Gear Solid 5, Shadow of Mordor, Dragon Age Inquisition was one where they were all in like 2 to 3.
Inquisition is a 360 game?
Yes, it looked dog shit on the 360, but I got it because I didn't have an Xbox One. But they all were like 2 to 3 discs where you had to like install them all for like an hour.
I still need to play Lost Odyssey because apparently it is like the best RPG.
It's
of
Final
all
Fantasy
time.
13 because it's Hironobu Sakaguchi. just made a new studio. He did
Yeah,
that
because
and Blue Dragon, by the way.
He got shamed out of Square Enix for making Spirits Within.
Yeah, so they had a huge Japanese
I do remember though the reason I didn't get a 360 and I got a PlayStation 3 was because I couldn't convince my parents to pay for Xbox Live.
Yeah,
that was a big thing.
And then, so I just was like, I guess I'll get a PlayStation 3 and get
that
PSN for free.
That bit PlayStation they asked because of 2011 when we got the big PSN outage.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
And the multiple hacks.
Yes.
Where like everybody's info was fucked, and PlayStation was like, "We'll get it fixed in a couple days." It was like 24 days.
Yeah,
it was like a month.
It was a long time.
Where they were like, and then to be fair, they gave out free PlayStation Plus games and did a bunch of stuff, whatever. They were fine, but yeah, and that was again a benefit to 360 because I remember in school people going, "Well, at least ours is free," and someone goes, "I can play mine right now.
Yeah.
You can't."
Yeah.
Like the console wars were at an all-time high.
Yeah, like everybody has such good memories of this era. Like, I remember playing Saints Row 3 online, Fable 3 online. This is the most online gaming I've ever done in my entire life.
There was also, I mean, they also have like a couple Sonic games.
This Generations was on here. Unleashed was here.
The racing one.
Yeah, Sonic and Sega All-Stars.
Yes.
Which is still one of my favorite Sonic games.
So, it's a great generation. The golden age.
I do want to also point out, because this is something that not a lot of people really know. But PlayStation, at the end of the day, obviously, I think culturally, 360 wins, hands down. Everybody would think that if you asked a random person on the street. PlayStation beat Xbox in sales by like 2 million units.
Yeah, because by the end, you could get the PS3 Slim with like 9 games for $200.
What was the one after the Slim that
it was
had
that one? It was the sliding door.
That's the one that I have too.
And it's the best.
It's the cheapest console,
but it's also like
works.
it didn't have any problems.
No.
It was the best one.
It's also really fucking easy to hack and just burn all your discs onto the hard drive. When I was working at GameStop, I had my PS3, and there was a thing at GameStop where you could just check out a used game and try it to be able to talk about it. And I had multiple weeks where I was just like, all right, I'm taking this PS3 game home, go home and download it, bring it back, get the next one. It was awesome.
But
at the end of the kind of that generation is we finally get the Kinect.
I think that was the start of the downfall.
Just like Berserk, there is an end to the golden age,
and that was the Kinect.
Yeah, and that was the Kinect.
Well, it was
with
Kinect.
Kinectimals.
It was Kinect, and that was also when Netflix started getting big around here. Where I think Xbox started.
Netflix with getting DVDs.
Well, no, I'm saying like because
the streaming Netflix.
started. That's when they started around here.
I used to stream Netflix every morning on my 360 before I went to school.
Oh. This is
That's
where
why I watched Trigun was on my 360. For
this
the first time.
This is definitely where Xbox started to kind of push into. We're a multimedia machine, not just games, because their exclusives started to dry up too. We had Halo Reach. A bunch of years later, Halo 4 came out. You had a Gears side game. You had a Forza. That was kind of like the Fable studio shut down. Yeah. You shut down a bunch of other studios. Like they didn't have much afterward.
Yeah.
And they were like, the Kinect is the next big thing. And like you can watch Netflix on here. They made a deal with ESPN where you can watch it on here. Then 2013 hit, and our boy Don Mattrick decided we're going to show you what this thing really is.
So Don Mattrick takes over in 2014.
Dog shit. CEO.
Yes.
And we never recovered.
No, the fuck we didn't.
So 2013. You were saying like they're focusing on multimedia, Kinect. And then
a real do you guys not have phones moment.
Dude, no. That was the original because Don Mattrick was asked, what about people who don't have Wi-Fi or don't have like connected Wi-Fi and who can't do this? He goes, you can buy a 360. It's like, motherfucker, you got a new console out. What are you saying?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, we have a product for those people. It's the 360. Tone deaf motherfucker.
So Xbox One priced $499 with Kinect. And PS4 at $399.
Yeah, and it was only so expensive because you could not buy the Kinect. It came bundled in. You fucking cunts.
Also, there's no way you're probably gonna edit this in because we just usually forget like these edits. But if there's any way we could edit in the PS4 how to share games video, legendary because Xbox had a whole thing where like this is how we're gonna probably share games. We'll add a thing. There'll be a fee. PlayStation do here's how you share games, and they just hands him the copy, and he goes, "Thank you."
Yeah,
and it says this has been a message by PlayStation.
I remember me and you cackling about that while we were talking about fucking.
Wait, they didn't let you share discs?
Originally, you
had to pay
could
a
not.
fee.
You could
to
they were
play
going to
a
get
used
rid
game.
of pre-owned games entirely.
They had like DRM on each
So yeah,
physical game.
if you plugged in
These
your
fucking
game,
people that run these companies,
Yeah.
dude.
yeah, they need to
All
get
of
fucking
them.
Luigi.
All of them. Even now, all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's worse.
It's worse now.
because no one's saying anything.
yeah,
I don't know. People like I thought Netflix people were gonna ban Netflix because of the password sharing.
well, then,
I did.
I've figured out a way around it. I just subscribe through mobile. They can't pin me down. They don't know where the fuck I'm at.
that is true.
I
Same-
got that shit in 3 different households right now.
I was gonna say same with me. My main one is on my phone, so it's like shit, sorry. Yeah, but no, like, dude, they were fully anti-consumer. Like, it was fuck it. They want to control every avenue of the Xbox, which included physical fucking video games. And they were like, yeah, you can't share if because it would be tied to your fucking Xbox Live account.
Yep.
It would and that was when they started like downloading from the disc fully into your system, so that was gonna be a part of it too. And then then you jump to PlayStation. They go, so we're $100 cheaper. We're not gonna be on all the time. You can just give a disc to somebody and it works. And look at all the exclusives we're gonna have.
I will say I did have some hold on. Not hold on.
Sorry,
That
continue.
was so confrontational.
That's what we do
I
here.
have a lot of fond memories though about the Xbox One.
I don't
Fond
think it's a
like-
bad console. But
Like
I think
like
it's a
things that were almost transformative to me as a gamer because I went from PlayStation 3 to Xbox One and I was like, so this is Xbox. This is pretty nice. The UI,
The UI for Xbox has always been incredible.
the controller,
by
I
the
was
way.
like, this is better.
well, you
and
went from a
then-
fucking DualShock 3 or the
Yeah,
what was the other one?
the,
The 6-axis or some shit.
Yeah, the
Six-
6-axis.
Yeah,
Six-axis.
you went from
dog shit.
that to the Xbox controller. It's night and day.
And I loved the Xbox One controller. I loved it, but then I was playing games like Rocket League, which I had played the super powered rocket battle cars,
Yeah.
whatever. You'll correct me in the comments, maybe. Yeah, I played the PlayStation Network game on my PlayStation 3, and then I played games like Titanfall 1 on the Xbox One, and I was like, this is the coolest game of all time. Same with Rocket League. I was like, this is so fucking sick. And then I have so many memories of like gaming with people where we're all in a room or in a dorm playing, and I'd be like, Xbox, turn it off, and they'd be like, no, and then you hear and it was just
Yeah, then they
Funny as
fucking
shit.
spike the controller.
yeah, it's like, why would you keep you're not using the Kinect, why would
Yeah,
you keep
unplug it.
Yeah, unplug it so I can't just rage bait you.
Yeah.
But
I think what you just said there, I think is a big thing for why PlayStation is still winning over Xbox, because yeah, they have a better UI, arguably a better controller. Sure, the PlayStation DualSense has the haptic feedbacks and shit that feel good, but like at the end of the day, it is the games that keep people in the system. That's the reason why people buy Nintendo. That's the reason why people are buying a PlayStation. That's the reason why Xbox lost by the end of the 360 and the Xbox One. It's like the Xbox One had Forza Horizon, Titanfall 1 specifically. They had Halo
we
5,
can
which
get
was
into it, but I think the reason why I still think that Xbox is a better, has so much better experiences, even though PlayStation will have like 3 good IPs that are all story intensive single player games. Like, I don't think having 3 IPs of games that are deep emotional stories, I don't think that should keep a company alive.
I don't either. And it used to not be what kept PlayStation alive. It was the variety for them.
What I think is that Xbox is, like Bilbo Baggins says, is like is jelly spread too thin over too much toast.
Yeah.
I think that they are trying to do so many different things, and they are not maintaining quality control on things anymore. And it feels like they're losing touch. We are being too broad. We are not focusing and putting manpower into things that should be focused on and put manpower in.
This was also the era
But
where
just having God of War, Last of Us,
Spider-Man, and Horizon. And
Horizon wasn't the big. Spider-Man is a big.
Horizon is huge though if you go by sales numbers.
Yeah,
it is
Zero Dawn.
It is
at
insanely huge to the point where
Yeah, but
PlayStation's
you don't
going
have people
all in
crying
on
at the Game Awards because Horizon wasn't
no,
nominated.
no, but that's all.
You have people crying over the Game Awards
Spider-Man
because
didn't
Spider-Man.
win
Forbidden
shit.
West.
Okay.
If Zero Dawn getting nominated,
Okay.
I'd
Yeah.
cry.
But I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, I agree with you, but like,
I'm just saying.
I think, I mean, Ghost of Tsushima even there, like they
No,
have
sure.
so
but
many.
their big three is got to be
God of War,
God of War,
Spider-Man, Last of Us.
Spider-Man, Last of Us.
But
Those are the three.
You can't deny that's what kept people coming back to the PlayStation.
I agree.
Yeah.
Xbox was
I
just
agree,
like,
but it is.
we're gonna fart out a new
But
fucking
the problem
Point
with
Break.
that, though, is that it is those games, and people will disagree with me, but those
probably
games
disagree
are
with you.
an amazing experience,
that you can only play on PlayStation.
but also, like,
At least
the experience
originally.
you're going to have is going to happen in your first playthrough.
I disagree.
Yeah,
I've played The Last of Us so many goddamn times.
I've beaten
But
God of War so many fucking
it's
times.
not been as good as the first
no,
time.
it hits.
No, I get better every time.
exponentially more.
Okay.
I love God of War.
disagree.
Going through and wiping a room full of clickers with a gun that you souped the fuck up to the point where it can't get better feels so goddamn good.
I'm sure it does. I'm just saying, for me personally, I feel like some of those games I play for the story, which is the purpose of it.
Yeah, they're narrative first games.
They're
100%,
narrative
yeah.
first games, and it's like, wow, I experienced this, and this was amazing.
Well, the perfect dichotomy between us is that I did that with Last of Us 2, where I ran through and got infinite everything, and then you were like, I want to play the story, and then you ran through it with my infinite everything.
It's true, and because I just wanted the story, I'm just like, that is the selling point for me, is I get to experience this wonderful, awful, complex story, and that's the selling. At least Last of Us, that's the selling point for me. Not me wanting to go back and like,
But to
oh, I really want to go back through this camp.
When has Xbox ever made you throw a chair, Matt? When have you ever felt that good or crazy or bad on an Xbox?
that's another thing
When
to
have
me
you
too.
ever
Is
felt
At
that
least
level of
Xbox
emotion?
doesn't make me cry.
it makes me cry just by how they're not
Okay.
Does it
doing
make
their
you
shit.
laugh?
Yeah.
Do they
Doesn't
make you
make me
laugh too?
cry.
I'm just saying, like, that is like, for me, is like, it feels like what PlayStation sells is like an emotional experience,
For sure.
and I feel like that fades.
Well, most
I would say, like,
Well, yeah.
I think you guys are definitely different, built different gamers.
Well, to be fair,
of, like,
most casual gamers also don't replay games, so they're going and they're,
I agree.
They play Last
which
of Us.
is
they're
what
like,
multiplayer. The whole point of
Yeah.
multiplayer is like, hey, you
it's
just
supposed to be
play
evergreen.
it. You just play different
Yeah.
people, and it'll be a
but
different
that's the thing is,
outcome every time.
the reason another reason I think the Xbox One failed is with no exclusives. It is a thing of like, why am I coming here? If PlayStation has the better exclusives and I can still play Call of Duty here, why am I here at Xbox?
Yeah, towards the tail end of the Xbox One, it kind of just became a multiplat machine, which is bad because you can play all those multiplats on PS4 and get the exclusives that are coming out.
Like,
So,
if your exclusive library is Recore,
we're getting into
Sunset
kind
Overdrive.
of end game
Well,
stuff.
I'm still in Xbox One territory.
Okay.
In that if you're
I'm getting into
yeah,
end game.
if your exclusives are like Halo 5, which
Nathan Fillion.
I mean, Nathan Fillion's good. Nathan Fillion's good.
Hey, Nathan Fillion.
Nathan Fillion was the best part of that fucking game.
Hold on, Nathan Fillion.
Hey, Nathan Fillion was the best character in that
rookie
fucking video
himself.
game.
Okay.
The rest of that cast in that game, even Chief himself, was dog water. 5 is bad.
I mean, I still was
had-
rooting for Chief over Nathan
100.
Fillion.
I mean, I was rooting for Chief over the whole fucking whatever their squad.
Yeah,
always
he's like,
root for Master
oh my
Chief.
gosh, these other Spartans are gonna take in. We're gonna take you in, Master Chief.
I remember
Not
how-
if me and my AI girlfriend have anything to say.
Yeah,
about it.
yeah, right.
Bro,
Okay, you can try.
I had the controller in my hand, controlling Spartan Lock, going, I'm gonna lose.
Yeah.
Fuck you, me.
Yeah,
But like you had
gonna
Sunset
take me
Overdrive, which I thought was good. You had Recore, which nobody remembers,
Yeah, but Recore fucking rules.
by the Metroid Prime devs, I think, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Recore, nobody remembers, and then Halo 5. And then Forza and then Gears 4. Like that was your only things you had. Of those, Forza, Halo, Gears, which is your flagships at this point, again, not enough to sell a console when, hey, the Uncharted devs are doing a new IP called Last of Us. Hey, the infamous
4,
But that's
Uncharted
also
4 is amazing.
is the best Uncharted.
I would argue 2. I fucking love 2 though.
Sure, but
2 is
hold on.
really fun.
But if you
4 has better
I was
presentation.
gonna say if you put in like columns of good and bad, the thing is that 4 has graphics and a good and maybe a comparable story.
I think the stories are pretty good, but yeah, graphic wise,
But graphic comes, you're like, this
Yeah.
is beautiful, and the story's also
Yeah.
just as good as 2.
Also, the set pieces at that point were like, they're superhuman. What
Also,
the fuck do you mean
the
you
idea
survived that?
it's like Endgame for Nathan Drake, and it's like the kind of, you can tell by this, it's like it's at the end of the career. So there's
Also-
a lot of sentiment.
also,
there's so much sentiment in it, and the thing with his wife and his brother.
I was gonna say behind the scenes sentiment of Nolan North and Troy Baker's friendship also being that they get to play their brothers.
Yeah.
It's nice too. But yeah, no, I agree with you. But like that's the thing.
I just think overall it was a better.
It's a great crescendo to the series.
Yes,
But like on
with
PlayStation,
the best after cutscenes. Do you know about the?
I've not played. I've played a little bit of Uncharted 1.
that would be a good one to do for the channel.
It
actually.
would,
I
I
would love
kind
to
of want
play
to tell
through
them
them.
though how it ends.
No, I don't want to. Don't fucking do that.
Don't tell them.
The ending's very.
I love the
nice.
ending.
The
I
ending's so nice.
It's also the final boss. Which
I didn't
final
think
boss
we
map.
would get that too.
Yeah. I mean, that's the rumor of that ending is going to lead into whatever they do next.
Yeah,
possibly.
which feels very reminiscent of Witcher.
Witcher 4.
Yeah. No, I'm glad.
Which I'm kinda down for.
I'm glad you picked it.
Yeah.
I
I've beat all the Uncharted. So I
But
know.
I'm saying I'm glad that
Yeah,
we made
That's
that same
another
connection.
thing we got to talk about. When the fucking Witcher 3 came out
On
on Xbox
PS4
One
and Xbox One.
PS4,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and blew up everywhere.
Dude,
Yeah.
that Fallout 4 and Metal Gear 5 came out that year too, and it's like both of them great games, but like had some baggage to them.
Yeah.
Obviously, like the Kojima Konami split, the game's not finished, that yada yada yada. Fallout 4 not being nearly as hard of an RPG as the other
yeah,
two.
just not being New Vegas.
And then Witcher 3 comes out of nowhere and is like,
Sideswipes everything.
here's the fucking game of the generation.
yeah. Geralt
like,
comes in and sweep kicks everybody.
Yeah, no, dude. Like, it sucks too because I genuinely think Xbox One as a console is a really good console, genuinely. Especially when they did like the 1S, 1X.
Yeah.
I think those were like actually solid machines. They did what they needed to do. And they became, again, at this time, everybody had Netflix and Hulu and stuff. That was just par for the course. But, you know, they went in with, we're going to focus on the games again. And they really fucking tried. Like, they did their fucking best at the end there.
Yeah, they almost had the same turnaround as the PS3 did, but they didn't have enough games front-loaded on it to make that work.
Because, I mean, that was the thing. And we'll talk about it, obviously, after this next era. Because I do want to get to the rebuild era that he has got up here. But, like, yeah, like, the reputation was so fucked, dude. Like,
Yeah, like, the initial like representation of your console does a lot of damage or good depending on how you do it.
Also, we do need to talk about how the casuals really do help sell a console. Why the fuck did you call it the Xbox One?
Yeah, dumbest naming convention of all time.
Say
Also-
what you will about how boring PlayStation's naming convention is. I can tell someone I want a PS5, and they know I have a PS4. There's a very easy, oh, that's the next one.
I also want to say during this era, me and you were balls deep in Dream Drop Distance. And I remember my 17th birthday, I went to GameStop and just bought a stack of rated M360 games. That's where I got Metal Gear Rising, BioShock 1, 2, and Infinite.
Was it the trilogy or just the 3 games separate?
Just the 3 games separate because they were cheaper that way.
Yeah.
Because they only had the trilogy like new.
Oh, yeah,
And it was like $4 for
Yeah.
the separate ones. And I was like, well, why the fuck would I not? But yeah, like I went from that to just being like, nope, no Xbox. That sucks.
I mean, like, I will say the one thing that got me really invested in Xbox, which Matt has up here, is when they launched backwards compatibility in 2015. Where they're like, hey, we're going to, like, all your backwards compatibility games are coming in.
That was crazy
Dude,
because
that
PlayStation has
was-
never been able to figure that out.
That was when I had
Because
my
that dog
Xbox-
shit cell
my
processor, the
Xbox
PS3.
One, I was able to play so many games that were on the
On the storefront.
on the store that were older games that I was like, oh, these are the games I didn't get to play because I had a PlayStation 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get a huge backlog that
Yeah.
way, especially if you came from PS3.
Yeah, and honestly, it was like they were on their way to do so well like if the Series X launched better, which we'll get to, I think they could have had a real fighting chance. Yeah. Because like they were gearing up, like to the point where like they were starting to future-proof the Xbox in a way. Because apparently only recently someone at PlayStation has somehow broken the cell processor to where they can possibly start getting native PS3 games on the PS5.
It's about damn time, because I think NASA still has that room full of PS3s.
If they can make it work, then the PS5 is I'm gonna be on that thing a lot more, because dude, I'll fucking run through the old Infamous games.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna run through the Uncharted like natives as they are. I'll run through a lot of the PS3.
Jack HD, Sly Cooper HD.
I'll play the fucking God of War games that are still not available on PS5.
You can't fucking play. How have they not made dedicated ports for those?
I mean, dude, 2 of them are on the fucking PS2. Like,
bro, I could play that shit on the Vita, dog.
Yeah. Like, fuck, dude. And, like, you just had your 20th anniversary for God of War, and you put out a white controller with a red line on it.
Yeah, fuck that.
Fuck off. Put those games out, for the love of God.
At least put out, like, the PlayStation Portal and make it look like the old PSP.
Apparently, the Portal is now no longer tethered to the PS5. It's a streaming device still. But you can now just walk out to and stream it with an internet connection.
That's cool.
The rumor is they're gonna make.
But that doesn't change anything.
Well, beforehand it was a remote play device specifically. Like you had to have a PS5 to
I'll
play
tell you why it
games.
doesn't change anything. Because you're not going into a Starbucks and gonna be able to remote play.
No, but like I'm saying, like it's the same as buying
unless you're going to a place that has gigabit internet. You're not going to be able to play it. So you're still going to be playing it at home.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
like it doesn't it's still not changing.
It doesn't change anything for me at all. But like the idea that like if they're like tampering with the shit like that, they have a handheld, a dedicated handheld for the PS6, rumored, allegedly. And if they're gonna add all that streaming capabilities to it and have it be a native handheld device,
sure,
if it has native capability, I'm there.
The PlayStation Portal, though,
the Portal is the dumb $200 paperweight.
Dumb.
I think it's dumb.
Dumb, but the idea they're like, it doesn't have to be tethered.
You can't even hack it because it doesn't have.
Does not
storage.
change the fact that the people are going to not be playing it.
No.
Anywhere else other than their home.
I mean, it's 100% an enthusiast device. Where if you were you like having more options for your PlayStation,
if you're like a fucking tech bro.
Yeah.
But as I said, unless you're going to places that have gigabit internet, you're still going to be playing it at home.
Yeah.
But in that same vein, around this era, the Xbox One era, my pockets were wallet, phone, Vita, 3DS, and I remember thinking, I wish Xbox would do something like this.
That kind of gets us to...
it does shock me that... slight spoilers for the future. It took us this long to get a fucking handheld.
They'd never even tried until now.
Yeah. And even now, it's not even theirs.
Yeah. They're just like, you could put our logo on it.
Anyway,
So...
We missed one thing. Go back up real quick.
Oh, okay. Oh.
One thing that needs to be said. Right there. Don Mattrick leaves in 2014, and Phil Spencer is brought upon. This is very important.
Yeah, now it's time for the Evangelion rebuild era.
Yeah, it's very important. We talked that Phil Spencer, from 2014 to now, or 2014 to 20-something, he was the CEO of Xbox. Now he's Microsoft Gaming, but CEO of Xbox. A lot of the decisions that they made, good and bad, from this point forward, are him. Mm-hmm. Him and his team, Sarabon, Matt Booty, him. This was their era. They were so fucking close.
Yeah.
This is the closest since the 360, the closest they've been to overtaking PlayStation, I think. And it was so fucking close.
I mean, people watching or listening, and we can talk about this, but I remember the era that the Series X and S and PlayStation 5 came out. Mm. I remember it felt like the console wars were back in a good way.
It did, yeah.
And
because there was promise on both sides finally.
Yes. And I was like, I had an Xbox One, and so I was like, all right, the slim version, the updated version, I was like, we're sticking with it. I want to play the games that I already have. I want to continue to play those games. I'm not going to get rid of all these controller. I want to stick with Xbox. And I remember it was impossible to find either.
You got to use a
But I do believe that it was harder to find the PS5.
Definitely because of the scalping.
Yes.
Well, and I think
But
I
I
do think
bought on Amazon the Series S because it was like readily available.
It was also like fucking $250.
Yeah.
I bought
with
it.
a game.
yeah, it was
I bought
way
it
cheaper.
and I was like, I had it for 3 days, and then I saw some TikTok of some guy was like, "This is how you find like a Series X at Best Buy. You have to search up like the SKU or the product number, and then you have to look in the store and see the availability, and because it'll say if you just look up Xbox Series X, it'll be like unavailable.
But if
not
you
in
look up a
stock.
SKU,
But if you have this the inventory number, it'll tell you. And so the one in Brentwood, I go
100%
and it
employee
said
was being
one
held
there.
for somebody.
And I was like, I go up to the front and I said, "Hey, there's a product here that I'm looking for. I have the product number. Can you look to see if it's in stock?" And he goes, "Yeah, sure." So he looks up. He goes, "Yeah, it says we have one in stock." Oh, and I was like, "Oh, is right."
Internally, he was like, "Fuck, he
Yeah.
found my Xbox."
So he says, "Yeah, you'll have to go to the electronics manager, and she can help you out." So then I go up to her and I say,
Electronics manager at Xbox, not Xbox, Best Buy.
"Yes,
They're all electronics.
I agree," but she wanted it was the one with all the TVs and consoles. It was like,
was like,
the
hey,
guy
this is-
I went
this is
to
their
was
The
like,
department.
hardware section.
yes,
Yeah.
So I go up to her and I say, "Hey, I have a product number. Can you look it up?" She goes, "I said they have these. It says the guy at the front says you have one in stock. Can you get it for me?" She goes, "Yeah, what's the product number?" I read it off to her, and then she sees that it's an Xbox Series X. She goes, "Yeah, we don't have any of those." And I go,
It was her Xbox.
it was her fucking boyfriend's,
100%.
100%. And so I said, "No, it says you have." The guy showed me that you have one in stock, so I know you have one in stock. And if you type it in and look, you'll also see it. You have one in stock. So don't be telling me that you don't have one in stock. And she goes,
Yeah,
and she
the
walks back,
sigh.
and like 15 minutes later, she comes walking out.
yeah,
with a
after she
Series-
called her boyfriend.
with a Series X, and I was like, and then we get up to the front, and they're like, "Do you want the warranty?" And I was like, "Fuck yeah, I want the warranty."
If I'm spending $500 fucking dollars,
it was
yeah,
like $60 for 2 years.
yeah. If I'm spending $500, I want that fucking warranty.
So I do that, check it out, and I was giddy as a clam. I remember like texting you guys, like
Yeah, you were stoked.
I was like, "It's happening! Ah, it's happening!"
I-
and then
I-
I got back home, boxed my Series S up, and then returned it to Amazon.
Yep.
I got lucky with the next gen because Xbox I didn't get till later, but I was in the GameStop because like that was
Sorry,
when they
burp.
did the full event of the PS5. Like here's the games. They announced Final Fantasy 16, a bunch of other games. I was like, this is awesome. And I was just in there chatting with who was working there that day, and then he was just doing this thing. He goes, "Hey, you have like $50 in cash?" I went, "Yeah, why?" He goes, "Cool, pre-orders are live for the PS5." I went, "Give me right now." And I was the first person at that GameStop to get one, and I was like, "Let's fucking go!" And then shout out again. He doesn't work at GameStop anymore, so he's not getting in trouble. Shout out to Joey for basically telling me that, hey, we're getting Xbox Series X's in on Thursday. Show up.
Our Joey?
Yeah. He worked there at the time, and he
Joy Brazil.
Brazil.
That is the weirdest last
It
name.
sounds fake. It's like Robert California.
Yeah, yes. It's like that, but Joey Brazil.
Yeah. Shout out to
First
Joey.
of all, a little quick detour from 2017 though. Game Pass.
I think both the best thing they've done and kind of a detriment to their storefront because, well, Game Pass is literally at the time and even for most of it, why the fuck do you not have Game Pass?
It was also like
No, I still think now.
Hold on.
I still think now.
Hold on.
$10
Well, no,
more a month.
I say this because now, where we are now, they've kind of trained the Xbox consumers where it's like, why would you not have Game Pass? And most people will go, oh, that's a sick new game.
yeah.
I'm going to wait for it to
that's
go
why
on
they
Game
can't
Pass.
Sell anything now.
Yeah. Most people who have an Xbox are waiting for games at Game Pass and not buying games.
But the reason that I kept my Game Pass subscription when I had it was that it was included with it was like Game Pass and like Gold.
yeah.
Yes.
Like Xbox Gold, and you would get like 3 games a month on live for free that way.
Plus Game Pass on top of that, yeah. When Game Pass launched, again, and for most, I know you disagree, but for me, for the longest time, it's literally a deal of like, why the fuck would I not have this?
This is what I think it's a good deal is I think it's different for us that are multi-console owners.
Yeah.
Yep.
If you just have an Xbox,
If you just have an Xbox,
it's still a pretty damn good
it
deal.
is.
Especially if you're going to play all their games.
Even if it was $60 a month, it would
If
still.
you play a game, you paid for it.
It is still a. That's what I'm saying.
If you're,
Even
if
up
you're
to-
playing a game a month, yeah.
if you're
on
playing
the system,
a
yeah.
game a month and it's $60 a month, it is still worth it.
I mean, even shit this year, Oblivion, Expedition 33, Ninja Gaiden 4, Grounded 2, Outer Worlds 2.
Yeah, no,
like, yeah.
I'm
Oh,
saying.
we need to talk
So
about
this
that.
is where people go. I don't like it because I'm paying for it.
Yeah.
I don't like price hikes.
I canceled it because I didn't want to pay for it.
But it is also because I am a 3 console owner,
yeah.
and 2 of them
I'm a
are
4 console owner.
are the big money, which
Yeah.
is Steam and Xbox.
Yeah.
And that's where all the Xbox boys are moving to now is Steam.
It's true. It's true. But I'm just saying, I get why. But if we objectively look at these, like, if you are a 1 console household, it's
still a good deal, especially because, like, yes, if you're going to play a game a month on their system, one
and
of
it's
the
like
big
things
exclusives.
now. It's like COD. Okay, Halo.
Hey, COD's not on there anymore.
Okay,
They're straight up saying, hey, Black Ops 7's the last one. It's not going to be on Game Pass no more.
Okay.
Not day one, at least. Sorry. It's going to be on there later, but even if you have Ultimate, they're like, nope. They apparently lost a fuck ton of money putting that shit on Game Pass last
okay,
year.
but
course they did.
I'm talking about like.
But I'm saying,
like
yes, you're right.
Fallout is now on there.
All the Fallouts, all the Elder Scrolls.
Like you can play
Yeah.
multiplayer, single player, all types of different.
A bunch of indies on there, some Japanese games go in and out.
Again, it is
it Yakuza.
they were. They're not
They
anymore.
were.
They were all on there. Persona was
But
on
I'm just
there
saying,
for a while.
like it is a.
It is still a good deal, but I think for the
Any type of game,
for
you will
the
be able to
average
find.
gamer, it's no longer a good deal. Especially if you have, I have Steam, I have a PlayStation, Xbox. I'm paying how much for PS Plus? I'm paying now how much for Xbox Game Pass?
Yes.
I'm playing on everything. This makes no sense for me anymore. Like that's why I quit because it's like I'll just buy Ninja Gaiden once and play it forever.
yeah,
now.
I would much rather
Like-
have the free multiplayer and just funnel that money back into Steam sales.
Yeah. Like I have a Steam Deck, so I get Steam. I have Switch.
No,
a PlayStation.
I
So, yeah, 100%.
get it. I 100%. But also, here's the big thing with like why so many companies are doing subscription services is because even if you like used to use something like all the time a month, and so it made sense to pay $7 to $15 a month, and then you stop using it and you at least use it once a month. You're still using it, so I'm not gonna. Most people do not cancel subscriptions.
I mean, a lot of people cancel that fucking Xbox subscription. We'll
But
get to
that's
that
after
later.
the price hike.
Yeah, that's after.
That's
We'll get to that. in a
Most
bit.
people do not cancel subscriptions.
Yeah.
Like, especially when it comes to like streaming, which
Yeah.
is why everyone realized that they need their own streaming services because
It's like we can just get
people are
can just
not
let it-
going to cancel.
You guys want to play Assassin's Creed? You gotta pay $20 a month to Ubisoft Direct.
Well, I'm talking about like
Netflix and them, but
Netflix, Hulu,
Oh yeah.
Disney Plus,
that one's-
Paramount Plus, Peacock. Like the idea that you go like once
You
a
just
month
have cable
you watch
again,
The
basically,
Office,
yeah.
you're going to watch Peacock, and then once a month you're going to go to Netflix. It's like all of those things they know you're not going to cancel because you're going to jump around to all these shows that you like watching.
Yep.
And I'm a sucker for it too, but like that's why subscription, because they are like you're not going to cancel because you want the convenience
Yeah.
of turning on anything that you want to be available
And they're
to
gonna
you.
perpetually make money out of you instead
Yeah.
of a one-time sale.
Yes.
But to be sorry, go ahead.
To be fair,
I just wanted to emphasize that point. Xbox One X is the most powerful console, but arrives too late to change momentum. When the One X got announced, everybody was like, "How the fuck can it do this?" We were all flabbergasted. It was like seeing Goku go Super Saiyan 3.
I bought a for I think it was for Black Friday. I bought a 4K TV.
Wasn't the One X native 4K, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
but
'Cause-
with this is the TV I got with a 120 hertz. In one of them inputs was 120 hertz, and when I got I was like, I do not understand how anything looks this good. It's insane.
It was a new precedent.
Even
for
now,
consoles.
when I turn on the Xbox to play something, which is rare, but I definitely in the winter I always do because I want to be next to the fire. I'm always amazed. I'm so, and it doesn't break a sweat. Like I know when my
Yeah,
computer's
you
like,
can never hear the fucking
I know
fan
my
on the
fucking
Xbox.
like $1,100 computer is like, It's like I can see the stats and I can hear the fan. The Xbox is just chugging along.
I mean, shit, dude. The One X scared PlayStation enough that like the PS5 and Xbox Series are about comparable now. Granted, now PlayStation has the Pro, which is more powerful. But like, dude, at the launch when I was
also
playing,
9 feet tall.
I fucking hate it. When I was playing both, like now it's like I'm not seeing the difference. Whereas the One X versus PS4, even on my shit ass TV, was like, oh, I can tell.
Shit.
Yeah,
It's incredible and that's the cool thing about consoles is
it
that,
was
like,
also compact,
which
dude.
is why consoles were big. It's the convenience of
turn it on, start your shit, you're good.
Start playing.
You don't have to
watching.
It was easier to make games for because it was all one set of parameters you had to meet.
Yeah, no, it makes so much sense. And then also it's like the idea to people who don't understand this is like why these consoles can look so good is like. You don't have an operating system that has to run a bunch of other stuff and mouse and keyboard. It's not.
Yeah, it's a dedicated device.
It's just for running a program that has a game on it.
Yeah,
And that's all it does.
I'm glad you said that previous point you said about like the different like ways to develop for like PC because I think that shit hit Xbox in the ass too later with the Series S, which we'll get to. But dude, the One X being as powerful as it was crazy. Also,
which is essentially why I switched. It was
also,
like I was
comparatively,
like,
I'll say this: way better looking than the PS4.
Oh,
the One X on a shelf looked clean. The PS4 was that trapezoid thing.
Yeah, it looks like a fucking Temu air purifier.
I don't need a fucking modern art display. I want
a box.
I want a box. I want a box.
A fucking box.
And then with that when I turn on, it goes. Nice. I like it. I love it. But
shout out to the Taco Bell Xbox where you hit it on, it goes a little Taco Bell ding.
Dong.
The bells toll.
The bells toll.
I'll be doing that shit every day.
Here's kind of the big thing about this. I mean, I guess this is before current. This is 2020 to
2020. Yeah,
but let's talk about acquisitions. This is
what Xbox became known for a while.
Yes, this is what we see in the news for. So let's start with
it's
the
not
first
mentioned
one.
here because it happened way before, but Rare Studios as well.
Yes.
Yeah, they. Oh shit.
Let's start with the first big one, Mojang.
That was crazy.
Correct.
I remember.
Here's the thing. Here is the fucking thing. It might be the fall of Xbox. The fact that they own Mojang
is fucking insane.
They'll stay alive forever.
They're gonna.
Yeah.
They will never die. Executives will always make money.
Dude, no.
And the people that work for Mojang will always have money. Like
they're good.
Well, not even that. As a publisher, we're getting a little bit ahead of ourselves, but you have Mojang, you have fucking Candy Crush developers, King, and fucking Activision with COD, and Overwatch, and Diablo.
So we got Mojang, Ninja Theory, Obsidian, Playground Games, Double Fine, and then
Bethesda, which was the biggest one at the time. Because
I don't understand how Bethesda was bigger than fucking Mojang.
Well, for us, it was bigger.
Well, even from an acquisition standpoint, $7 billion.
Acquisition
was crazy.
But Mojang has always... Is Minecraft the highest selling game?
One of them. I think they got Mojang early enough.
It's top 5.
I think they got them just early enough.
It was also a smart one.
I want people to know that in this list that we said, Mojang
is the highest one.
The most important one.
Absolutely.
Minecraft is still...
And it will not die.
No.
It will never die.
Minecraft will always be on every system you ever own.
Every 13-year-old and every 8 to 13-year-old.
Minecraft is a formative experience for everyone's youth. Because forever.
You either have all your friends play them or you got groomed by a Minecraft YouTuber.
That is the thing. Every 8 to a 13-year-old will be playing this game.
I'm glad y'all talked over me when I said that.
It is just crazy.
But going back a generation, it was also a really smart acquisition because the Xbox 360 was the first console to have Minecraft.
Yes.
That is true.
So, like, for the 6 months that we didn't have Minecraft after it was announced, we had to fucking play Castle Miner Z, which was dog shit. And then Minecraft came out, and we all just fucking jizzed our pants for 7 years.
And for a PC mouse and keyboard game, pretty intuitive controls for a 360.
Yeah, they still use the same control scheme to this day.
It works actually pretty
But also,
solidly.
it's the idea, it's like, you're gonna learn it because you want to play Minecraft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But even then,
I
like,
remember like people buying flash drives and shit to install Minecraft mods on their 360s.
Yeah.
I mean, even then, like, you look back at, like, Halo, like, we didn't talk about, but, like, Halo making FPSs work on a on a controller. Minecraft's the same way. It's like, this is a mouse and keyboard game. How the fuck are you going to make it work? Like, it's a fucking controller. And it's like, we'll figure it out. Trust us.
Yeah.
They go, hold on, we're going to make something new. They're called bumpers.
Yeah, dude.
That's literally the only reason
The 360 had bumpers, right? The original Xbox didn't, right?
Yes.
RB and LB,
Yes.
baby.
Well, I'm saying that, like, the original one didn't.
Do you remember the 2 buttons though?
It was the white and
black
yellow
and
one.
white. Black and white were the two
Yeah,
weird.
they were on the fucking front.
Yes, black and white were the 2 buttons, and then
Didn't they also still have a start and select and black and white?
Yeah,
Wasn't
yeah,
that what it-
start, select, black, white.
Yeah.
Yes.
And they were
Yes.
I
right
remember
below
seeing
the
that
4
for the
buttons.
first time and being like, what the fuck are these?
Yes, exactly. I'm so glad. Yeah, black and white. But then we got the bumpers, which is
Nintendo-
all we need. All we need in any. And
Nintendo
I think
had that
most
shit first.
first-person shooters go like,
Grenade.
if you need more buttons, if you need more buttons than this, then triggers, bumpers, 4 buttons, a D-pad, and 2 controllers, and then a start and select. That's too many buttons.
You're not
Plus L3, R3.
Yeah, push the sticks in.
That's too many buttons for a first-person shooter for any game.
Actually,
Yeah.
that should be.
I couldn't figure out what to do with that shit on like Civ.
Yeah.
for our
It's
FPS
too
game,
many. It's
for our
too many slices.
For our FPS game, you can't actually hit the Xbox home button to get back to the thing. That's our button to use for this thing now. It's like, Jesus Christ, dude.
Yeah.
But also, like, this era of acquisitions is crazy because just hearing that they got, like, Ninja Theory and everybody being like, oh, shit, like, they're going to do fucking Warriors games only on Xbox. And then
So Ninja Theory different from Team Ninja, not the same.
whatever.
Ninja Theory
they
had
did
done-
similar shit.
They did the DMC reboot.
Ninja Gaiden?
No. They probably could make a decent Ninja Gaiden game. Better than they would have
Who
done
does
free.
Ninja Gaiden?
Team Ninja. Different,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. I'm caught in the same trap.
Yeah. No,
I see VJ walk into a bear trap, and I go,
I'm
whoa,
gonna do it too.
whoa, be careful, VJ.
But I think it was a very interesting acquisition because it's like the last game of note they had done was the reboot for Devil May Cry, which was like very divisive. And
the gameplay was really fucking good, though. They just needed to fire that guy that self-inserted himself.
Jesus Christ! But then they made Hellblade before the acquisition, so that was their
with sacrifice.
yes. The first Hellblade game they made right before their acquisition, and so that was on PS4.
Have we gotten the second game?
Yeah, it's out. It's like 6 hours.
I haven't even touched it.
We should let's play those.
It's a very
still haven't touched them.
pretty. It's a very
The
pretty
first
tech
one
demo.
was so scary.
Yeah, actually terrifying. Yeah.
Yeah, the crow level.
Oh Jesus!
Can't be killed.
Yeah,
Only by a
I
gun.
defeated the crow.
Biggest one for
Okay.
me is Obsidian, obviously.
I mean, and then I don't know the first because they
Because Obsidian gives us also new games, Outer Worlds.
Outer Worlds, which
3
again,
games this year.
like with Hellblade, Outer Worlds was before the Inquisition acquisition. They had put that out, and then Xbox bought
Never
them.
forget the Spanish.
Never forget.
the Spanish Dragon Age Inquisition.
God, that'd be way funnier than what the game actually was. Playground is interesting because that's the Horizon devs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they were like
What's
Insomniac for
Double
PlayStation.
Fine?
Tim Schafer, so Brutal Legend,
Yes.
Psychonauts,
Psychonauts.
Grim Fandango.
I remember the new
Full Throttle.
Psychonauts was a big deal.
I mean, that was their.
James Willem made a very.
Yeah.
He
Got to go camping with Tim Schafer for
Yeah,
it.
that's right.
Yeah, but Bethesda was. I remember when that got announced, and I was like, "What the fuck, dude?"
I remember when the announcement of that they're trying to.
Oh yeah. The attempt or whatever the intent to acquire.
Intent to acquire,
Yeah.
and we were all like, "It's no way, it's
No
not,
shot
it's
it's gonna
not-
happen."
no shot." And then PlayStation was like, "They're gonna make a monopoly."
Well, no. What made it really funnier too is when the acquisition came
And
in.
then Bethesda was like, "It's gonna be available for everybody. Just calm down."
Well, what made it funny to me is
Or
at the
Microsoft,
time, at when it fully went in, Microsoft then became at the time one of the biggest publishers on PlayStation because they said they're going to honor all agreements, which meant Deathloop and Ghostwire Tokyo, which were PlayStation exclusives. They published that shit on their system and said, "Yeah, we have more exclusives on your system right now than you do." And I was like, "That's kind of funny."
Yeah.
And then originally, Starfield obviously was the big hitter for them. They were going to try to like.
I mean, I remember how much we talked about.
Everybody was so excited for Starfield,
Yeah.
and then it came
I mean
out.
that first
But
big trailer
Go-
where they
go
showed
back
off
up
the game.
One more again. Okay, so Obsidian, obviously the best one, in my opinion, they've ever gotten.
Yeah.
They've done like 3 games this year.
I mean, shit. I mean,
I will
since
say,
they've been
though,
acquired, Grounded 1, Pentiment, both
I
came
will
out.
say, for like as much as I don't like the waiting, like I know Xbox is doing the thing of just giving them the resources and time that they need to make good games.
But even just that one studio, it's like, all right, you got to wait for the updates on Grounded 2, but fucking Outer Worlds 2, go play it right now.
Grounded is made by the same people that do Sea of Thieves. What is the
No, Grounded is
that's
Obsidian.
Obsidian? Who
Yeah.
makes Sea of
See if
Thieves?
these is rare.
Rare.
Same people
Okay.
that do Banjo.
That's
Who
right.
did Banjo? They're not doing shit no more.
Yeah. But also, I just want to say, Double Fine. What the fuck have they done?
They just put out a
This-
new game
What is it?
called Keeper, but Xbox isn't marketing it.
Well, fuck that gay shit. Make Brutal Legend 2. That's all I want from you.
With
That's all I
Jack
had
Black
to say.
again.
Yep.
Yes.
Well, maybe
Get
not
him,
now.
Get him back and make him say Chicken Jockey, but metal.
Chicken Jackie.
Chicken Jockey.
So now we're getting into the 2020s to 2023. We have X and S, launched during pandemic, which, to be fair, pandemic was crazy, but that was also like the prime time for video gamers.
Yeah, because everybody was stuck at
Everyone was
home.
stuck at home.
Yeah,
We wanted
it
to
was,
game.
I mean,
it
shit.
was a powder keg when those.
we got a fucking check, a $2,000 check.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'll
shit.
buy a fucking Xbox.
I mean, shit. Like,
Yeah, just give
arguably-
me an idea on what to spend this on, and I'll do it.
I'll be honest. Arguably one of the
It was
worst.
literally people
Say
standing
one
around.
thing. Say one thing, and I'll buy a new console.
Dude, don't tell me to buy this console. No, I can't do it.
check out this new console.
I'm gonna fucking buy that console.
Yeah, I feel like it was like.
Damn, my wallet's $500 later. That's crazy.
It felt like the week after they said stimulus check, they said PS5 and Xbox X.
Hey, you want the stimmy checks? And immediately Xbox is like, yo, we got a new console. You want it?
Give me that.
Yeah.
So I mean, I liked the Series X.
I genuinely think the Series X is a really fucking solid
It's
console.
a good console, but here's where things started downhill. So we had a great beginning to the Series X. Remember, we'll tell the story to everybody, but we'll all know it.
Pat me,
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we're talking about late nights with Tyler Jackson. I'll say his full name. Tyler James Jackson,
the GOAT.
the GOAT.
Who lives at?
Insert in
Lubbock, Texas. You can find him. You'll search. You'll just search around. You'll
Hey, Tyler, move back to Tennessee. That way
So-
you won't be doxxed.
We got that with late nights of playing Halo Infinite.
Now, granted, that was later in this thing.
It was, but a
for
launch,
us,
but somewhat of a launch title. I would consider it a launch title.
Launch
if,
window.
If I can't consider Donkey Kong a launch title for the Switch 2, we cannot consider Halo a launch title for the Series X.
I think you can't.
I think Donkey Kong's the Switch 2 launch title.
I had to wait a month for that bitch. I had to fucking suffer through Mario Kart for a month.
A month is in the launch window.
Halo Infinite was longer than a month.
I remember the idea was that I
mean, we bought the Series X for Halo.
Yes.
And then they were like, it's not coming out on launch. We have to keep working on it. And I'm like, fuck.
okay, in my head
To be fair,
of the storyline.
we had, there's a video on my phone of me drunkenly, because we got so hammered
So
playing Halo.
we would win a game, we would drink, and we were all online. Tyler was in
I was
BJ's room.
sitting in my kitchen table with a fucking monitor like on top of my Xbox and a jar of moonshine.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
At my parents' house.
That was...
Tyler was in BJ's room. I was
Matt
in
was
the
in the
living
main
room.
room. I was in my bedroom. We were all
And we all
playing
just
Halo.
got fucked up, and we played that. And then we had to sit through the awful demise of Halo Infinite.
Yeah.
No
Because-
couch co-op.
No couch co-op. No, forge.
forge.
And like...
Or
no-
at least no immediate forge.
And like, no, well, again, they launched with like 4 game modes, maybe. It took them like 3 months to put the fucking Fiesta thing
first
out.
battle pass.
Yeah, like when the Fiesta mode came out, that's when I jumped back in a little bit.
Yes, it was great.
And then nothing for a while.
No,
They
but
didn't-
at first, it was
was
tight
awesome.
as shit.
Because it felt good to play a good Halo game. Like Halo 5 and 4 really kind of soured a lot of people on
Halo
multiplayer.
Infinite felt snappy.
Yeah, dude. It felt good. Dude, the grappling hook was sick as fuck.
It was. I had to get used to open world, but in my head, I go, like, I'm on a ring. I should be able to explore it. So it made sense to me as, like, open world.
I definitely think it made...
But it took me a second to be like, it's not as linear as every single Halo has been.
It definitely kind of soured me on the story a little bit, because there are definitely moments where it's like, all right, Chief, we got to go to that thing. It's so urgent. And then it's like, we'll be driving through, and then Cortana 2 goes, hey, there's a base over there. You might find something cool. And I'm like, okay. You know,
Think
like...
we could find some big
But then I go, I think you're right.
Yeah, to be fair.
Then me goes, no, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. There is something there.
From a gameplay perspective, I think it's really solid, but I do think the story suffers a little bit from the open world structure.
For sure.
But
Like, in
Halo
retrospect.
Infinite, on its first month, was some of the best gaming I've experienced.
Yes.
And especially...
Like, I didn't need couch co-op. I was sad that it didn't have it. I didn't need it.
Yeah,
'Cause I was playing with everyone online.
To be fair, yeah, none of us lived
like,
together. None of us were here. Besides
Tyler and I, we created a Spotify playlist because he told me that you can play the Spotify app on top of playing Halo.
Oh, yeah.
And we would just play multiplayer games and have our own custom...
I will not bow.
Yeah. Playing
Our
some
own
Breaking
custom-
Benjamin, brother. Yeah.
Our own custom Spotify playlist that I still have in my playlist on Spotify of just the playlist we made to play Halo 2. Like, and we would both listen. We'd go, ready, set, play. And so we would be able to listen to the same song and we would just play Halo. And it was so tight.
That was the second to last biggest online gaming experience that I had.
What's
The last one was Helldivers.
I still drop in.
I turned it on the other day.
I need to drop it. I need to re-download it, because I keep hearing that it's actually really fun right now.
It's
Yeah.
just like, it's just pure fun.
Yeah.
It's pure fun. I'm good at it. I'm really good. Like, I'll go into super hell dive mode and I'll like by myself. Well, not like by myself, but I'll drop in, join a squad, and we'll just
Hey, any Xbox fans, if you haven't, it's on your fucking console. Play Helldivers 2.
play Helldivers 2. Yeah, support that.
It came with your fucking Xbox.
Yeah. So
I found out it doesn't come with it anymore, because
so
I looked on the store.
The Blizzard
I have to buy Uno.
acquisition, and that was in 2023, $69 billion, the largest gaming acquisition ever.
At the time, because I'm pretty sure recently, I think it's the Saudi Arabia deal with EA is now bigger. I think, but at the time, Activision Blizzard for about 70.
Cannot be bigger than.
Another little
Yeah,
tangent.
I mean, no, but they own FIFA, so you know, they also own. Yes,
Everyone who plays FIFA should kill themselves. I'll stick to that.
I mean,
Yeah.
you won't hear me complaining.
During and after COVID,
All of our subscribers. Just,
we now have zero.
what have I done?
If you play FIFA, we don't want you here.
yeah, all these people that wear jerseys and have jerseys on their wall and throw their controllers are gonna get really pissed off.
Yeah,
Fuck 'em.
again.
Yeah.
God,
As if
dude.
they don't do that 9 times a day.
Watching
But this
Gamer
is
Rage
also
is so
the
funny.
era where I started going, Xbox, what are you doing? Especially
Yeah.
when they started releasing.
Poking them with a stick and saying, do something.
Especially when they were like, oh, I guess I'll just release my
Here's
exclusives.
Sea of Thieves on PlayStation.
Here, I guess I'll just release
Yeah.
my exclusives on other consoles. Then I went, no! What are you? No! That's not what I said.
That's them.
The idea is you keep it exclusive because it's Xbox. We got to maintain some sort of brand identity.
I think genuinely
Yeah, P.
the Activision Blizzard acquisition,
Sorry, I burped.
the Activision Blizzard acquisition was the nail in the coffin, because that was when they spent too much money for Microsoft as a whole to go, okay, where the fuck is our return on investment? You said if we bought Call of Duty and King, it's going to make us a shit ton of money. Where the fuck is that money?
Yeah.
And it wasn't coming fast enough. So they immediately were like, all right, start putting some of that shit on PlayStation. See how many PlayStations are out? Put that shit there. You're already putting stuff on PC. Try PlayStation. And then they tried it, and shocker,
That boy is frying chicken
Jesus
in there. Holy shit.
Christ.
It's
Man,
like
are you dehydrated?
I think he's way too well hydrated.
I'm still going.
You hear him pushing too. He's like, ugh.
At least my prostate's
Yeah, at least that's
Let me check.
Yeah, you want to check live on camera?
You should check my prostate.
Yeah. Here, Matt.
Just for
Here's
fun.
the thing. If because Xbox feared the backlash of the Activision acquisition.
Oh no, I fully think if Phil Spencer had his way, they'd all be fucking exclusive.
But here's the thing.
That would have done it.
I think they should have done it, but they feared the PlayStation being I want to play COD. But then if they had waited,
well,
Everyone would have flipped and bought an
Israel
Xbox.
would have invaded it would have invaded Palestine, and then we would I'm saying the news cycle is
I'm waiting
always
for the
where the
fucking
Christ is
correlation.
this going?
Yeah.
I'm saying the news cycle is always changing. So like the idea that they go no. COD is going to be Xbox exclusive. People would have lost their minds. Stocks would have dropped, and then something would have happened on the news, and then another thing would have happened.
I guess
and people would have calmed down about it and go, "Well, I guess I better get an Xbox."
Yeah. To be fair, that part of the reason of they got the acquisition finalized was they had to make an agreement with Sony to go, hey, these will still come to PlayStation for at least 10 years. So there was a 10-year gap or whatever it was. They're like, we will commit
Should have
to
been a
putting these out.
0-year gap.
Yeah, it should have.
Should have been like.
But that was
buy an
remember,
Xbox, bitch.
But remember, that was with the Bethesda one. They didn't have that much pushback. They had some, but Activision Blizzard was 100%. The FTC is like no, and that was part of that was part of the deal.
But the Bethesda thing.
Bethesda didn't have nearly as bad of an FTC push.
But I'm saying but they still said Bethesda games are going to be.
Well, they used the term, and I quote, a case-by-case basis. And people said, what the fuck does that mean, Phil? Because all they announced was
Redfall. This is going to be a hot take and go, Matt, why do you say that? Because it would shape gaming and it would make progress and change, but they should have kept everything that they could exclusive.
100%.
I agree.
But I genuinely think it's the $70 billion budget. Microsoft CEOs and all the people higher up looked at little Xbox, the smallest like group that in Xbox. They finally said, all right, you're spending big boy money. Where's our fucking money back? And immediately it was like, they're looking at the charts, they're looking at the things. They're probably like, it's taking too slow. Put shit on Xbox, put shit on PlayStation. See how much money we get. And then shocker, Sea of Thieves, Forza Horizon 5, Gears, they make bank on PlayStation. And now it's like Xbox
so one of
is
the
the
things
publisher.
that we have written is that like in this current thing, Xbox has now a loss of identity, and I think that is so true.
100%.
I agree.
I think
Because when you think of Xbox back in the day, it was the 360. You thought of the culture on the 360, the exclusive they had.
Also, being multiplayer is on 360 of the good multiplayer.
While we're here, what was your first Xbox Live avatar? Mine was the panda.
The
guy with the glasses. Or the dude.
Yeah,
The
with the
dude.
beanie.
Yeah, the dude. With
I would
the
say beanie guy. That one, and then there was a girl that I was trying to impress in high school, and so I changed to the pink anime girl, and then she didn't like me, so I changed it back. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how that would have helped, but
she was like really into like Hatsune Miku, Sailor Moon, like that kind of shit. So I was like, oh, dude, I can kind of, and it worked for like a day or two, and then it was like, that's it. So
Yeah.
I went back to guy in the beanie who's just sitting there like
Now,
blowing
kind
a
of
bubble gum or some
talking
shit.
about like the future of Xbox, like it totally could make sense.
I mean, they're gonna
to
be
become just a publisher.
they're gonna be the biggest publisher in the world, like without a doubt. They have all of Activision.
I'm fine with
All
that.
of
It'll
Blizzard
be
Start
so
making
funny
the
though.
fucking
Bethesda-
games.
It'll be so funny the day we boot up a PlayStation and then launch a game, and then you see the.
You mean the thing that already happens? Dude, Ninja Gaiden 4 launches with Xbox Game Studio Publishing.
I mean, the day
Immediately.
that I see that happen.
Oh yeah, but like
Like it has. I haven't seen it, but the idea
Well,
that
when fucking Halo comes to PlayStation, which it is.
yeah, that's another thing. Before recording of this, I think like last week,
Yeah.
fully announced Halo 1 is coming to PlayStation 5.
well,
The campaign
the new combat
evolved.
Combat Evolved.
evolved.
It's Halo 1's
Or, sorry,
remake.
campaign evolved.
So not a multiplayer yet, but I guarantee you they have a multiplayer being developed. It's probably going to be its own standalone thing.
Definitely.
But the rumor is that we're gonna get 2 and 3 before the next Halo.
I mean,
That's the rumor, is that we're gonna get remakes of 2 and 3 before the new Halo.
I mean, if they come out faster because you've done all the work with the first one, and they can put them out within like, oh, the next year we get 2, the next year we get 3, and then it's like maybe wait a year gap, and then boom, Halo.
But
whatever the
we
fuck.
have to also talk about the biggest hardware wise announcement since the Series X.
The ROG Ally X.
Yeah, the
Xbox branded ROG Ally X.
Asus ROG Republic of Gamers Ally X, their handheld, their top of the line handheld is the Ally X.
Yeah.
Branded Xbox, so it even gets a new shell.
Yeah, and with handlebars, which apparently everybody who's held it says it feels fucking great to hold.
Because the problem with handhelds is that they're never ergonomic.
The Steam Deck is the only ergonomic one. Not genuinely.
That's why this one. Is
but this one's more ergonomic than that
because it's just a controller that they split apart like that.
It's literally the GameCube controller with the keyboard in the middle. It's literally that, and which would have been the most ergonomic thing to ever exist.
Mm-hmm. Wasn't that just made for fucking Phantasy Star?
Phantasy Star Online too.
Crazy that the GameCube got that. That's insane.
Yeah, I watched a PBG video the other day where he was pretending to type on it, and I was like, "Give me that."
Did it sound pretty good to type
But,
on?
They always have one of them tag too, and I'm always tempted
Just
when
to
we're
steal
looking
it.
for Manhunt 2.
That might have to be the next game. It just might.
Phantasy
Manhunt
Star
2?
Online too.
No, Manhunt 2 on the Wii.
Oh yeah. Next one,
Yeah.
play. Yeah.
With the
good?
camera in the bottom with me going like this, so you can see me killing people.
I think Xbox is in a weird spot because
let's dive in a little bit deeper into ROG.
Mm-hmm.
The idea that we have now entered into, technically, I mean, it's not made by Xbox, but it is software
It's the prototype for what they want to do.
it is the prototype, but it's also
the half step, 'cause
The
they're-
software has been developed by Xbox.
they're trying now to make a thing like they have the new Xbox dashboard style Windows thing.
That's the biggest thing.
So,
is
like
the
them
custom
getting into
windows.
hardware is the first, software is the first step into them getting into hardware. But it is the first, other than Xbox Everywhere, it is their first standalone.
You
hardware.
mean this is an Xbox? Fucking dumbass.
Twisted Tea sponsor us?
Yeah, please. Xbox sponsor us.
It is their first entry into a standalone.
The thing,
portable hardware.
The general thing they need to figure out, because that's been the biggest problem with this new handheld that I've seen with the reviews, is it's not the portable Xbox that they claimed it is, because it's not your whole Xbox library. It's just the ones that are on that Play Anywhere label, which is not that much now.
But everything that's not on there, you can get on Steam on the same console.
Not necessarily, because again,
Almost.
But Xbox also has a lot
But
of
even
backwards
everything you
compatibility.
can't get on there, you can emulate.
But like, it is a thing of just
You can get all of this for free.
Well, it is the idea of just the ease of
we
access.
purchase every game that we emulate.
I mean, I basically do.
I mean, for the most part, between me and BJ, we probably do.
Yeah. But like, I don't. To me, I made a big deal of it. I still think it's a big deal. I don't know if Xbox thinks it's a big deal, but it should be.
I agree. They need to put stock into this idea.
Because the idea that, like, I don't use my Steam Deck. I didn't and still don't use it as much as either of you, but I still use it more than I do my Xbox.
Yeah.
Which is now a big deal.
Well, that's my thing. Is in the current day, my main gaming device is my Steam Deck. So if I had that ROG Ally thing, I would be full like Xbox at that point, essentially.
The thing is, and this is why I think if their next console doesn't have this, if it's still just the same as the ROG Ally or ROG Ally, where it's just the Play Anywhere games, and not me transferring my Xbox stick to this new one, it's not, because that's the problem with when we got to PS4. Where's the one PS3 games? Not here.
Here's the thing. This is what I really think, and we're kind of getting into very much endgame and me thinking about the future. But if the progression and things with Xbox continue to happen, and they just become a publisher,
They go the way of Sega. Just stop at consoles.
This is what they need to do. They really have to make a deal with Steam. They need to either buy Steam,
which is never going to happen.
Yeah, as long as Gabe is alive, at
or
least.
Steam buys Xbox. And I know that would be a crazy thing.
I think that's realistic.
But
that one's
more realistic
yeah.
for Steam to buy a publisher.
Yeah,
because then you have
that makes more sense than a publisher buying. If Steam bought Xbox, it could create the next golden age in gaming.
I agree.
I mean, the thing is, though, I don't think Steam would put their stuff exclusively on just Steam. In the same way that Xbox putting stuff on PlayStation.
That's true.
In the same way that Half-Life is on 360.
It would create the gateway to do that.
But I don't think they would. I genuinely think they would be like,
I think what they would essentially do is just turn Xbox into their hardware manufacturer.
Yeah.
And I think that would work perfectly.
Yeah. But then also their gateway into all the IPs they own.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, everything that comes out on Xbox, like grounded.
But the idea that like we could then in the future be getting PCs that could be PCs that were more optimized for just couch gaming, or getting better UIs, or just doing things where it's like, are you gonna mildly like browse the internet and then game, and that's really all you're gonna do? Here's this custom UI for you to do this, which eliminates all of the junk of a normal or here's a pre-build that's called the Xbox PC. It just like it is.
If you just had the Xbox UI that could access Steam, that's perfect for me.
Yes, which is why I would want them both to interact. I also think here's a hot take. I think the Steam UI is also pretty bad.
It's not good. The PC version is pretty bad, but big picture mode, what they have on the Steam Deck,
I think Steam Deck is
good.
pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah. But on PC, not good.
Well, I mean, if you go on big picture mode, which is similar to that, I think it's way better.
Yeah, it's more console-like.
But then I can't access anything else on my
cool.
screen.
Good for me, because I just want to play the game.
Yeah, but it literally goes my full screen. I go big picture mode, and then it's like, and I go, all right. Well, what if I wanted to click any of my buttons down below?
Yeah.
I want to.
It works for a dedicated device.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's the thing.
I personally, I don't think there's going to be any big acquisitions like that ever again, just because of Xbox buying Activision. I think if Valve bought them, they would have to say goodbye to one of their big titles. I think they would split Activision out, and Activision would be a subsidiary again by itself. There's no shot the FTC is going to let all of that happen again. Yeah. And with Valve included in it. Because Valve is, I think, aren't they privately owned? They don't have anybody on board to listen
Valve
to.
doesn't have shareholders.
Yeah, it's just Gabe and whoever's on top is with him.
Gabe
That's
and the boys.
it.
But is that because
they've just never gone public, ever?
Just never gone.
But I also think that's all going to change when Gabe Newell dies.
Yeah, if he dies or
money hungry cunt is going to get in there.
That's the thing is, if that happens, there's a very good chance Valve changes for the worst. Because Gabe is the only reason that Valve is as good as they are.
But I want to say, though, and this is a hot take, but I think aspects of this you'll agree with, is that I don't think that Valve is a tremendous. I think it's a mediocre.
I mean, the thing is,
they would be tremendous if Gabe died and they came out with Portal 3.
Sure.
That's the thing,
if they did that.
But Valve doesn't do anything.
Except just have a banger storefront and then put out a Steam Deck.
Which is a mediocre thing.
Again,
if I could do a year of coding and learn and make a better storefront.
Again, I'm not arguing with you, and I agree, but it's the thing of like
Valve doesn't do anything. They have a storefront and that's it.
Because
do they put out games? Rarely, maybe.
I mean, Half-Life Alyx just dropped, and then
the fucking
do not
VR game?
Don't say just.
Well, it's the most recent game they put out in 2020, whatever the fuck.
Okay.
It might have been 2020.
For VR. It's like you saying the new Arkham.
Oh, the new Arkham game.
Yeah, it's like you saying the new Arkham's a big entry into the Arkham series. Don't be doing that.
I mean, shit, the fucking Half-Life fans creamed their fucking pants when Alex got announced, and then they shelled out the fucking money to get an index.
And nobody gives a shit about that. Just make Portal 3.
Okay, yeah.
They're never
I'm just
fucking,
saying, don't say that Valve...
No, they're gonna make Portal something instead of Portal 3 because they can't count.
Portal Bridge Constructor, whatever the fuck that gay shit was.
I'm just saying. They don't. Valve doesn't
Yeah.
really do
I mean,
anything. They're
I
a
don't
mediocre.
I don't understand
They're a
Valve's
mediocre
like, cult.
company at best.
I don't understand
the
the
Steam
Valve
Deck was
cult.
great, but having one thing that all it does is run. I'm just saying, it's a mediocre.
I personally
it could be better.
don't understand the Valve cult and to why they are so beloved because when they were developing games, 100%.
It's
and
the
then
same
with
people-
Well,
Steam-
everybody in the cult is from that era.
But it's
I
also
guess,
the
yeah.
same people that go PC Master Race.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's the idea that goes, I built a PC back when we could have like 860s.
Mm-hmm.
And I did that back then, and so that makes me better than you. And I've always had Steam, and that's where I buy my games. It's like, okay, we're in 2025, and
I mean, well, and I guess to be fair, Steam is still better than the competition in terms of the Epic Games Store. I mean, it took how many fucking almost a year for the Epic Games Store to even add a fucking search function.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing is Steam already has the library that you have. They've got everything on there, with the exception of like Epic Games buying exclusives.
it's a puzzle to sort through that, though.
Again, for me, it's fine. Granted, I'm on a Steam Deck, so it's different.
I
For me,
mostly just do everything through the app.
Yeah, same.
I'll just be like, oh, I want fucking Metal Gear Rising. I'll search it on the app, buy it right there, and then.
No, but
Yeah.
like my thing is like I'll have there's 2 columns in my library.
Mm-hmm.
Owned, alphabetical, and then right above that is favorited. There's grade, like there's titles that are in a gray version. Those are games that I own or / are in our family, our Steam family. And then there's ones that are in white, and those are the ones that I have downloaded. But sometimes I just want to see, like, to filter things that are just what I have downloaded. I want to be able to look at the games.
That's
that I
shocking
have.
they don't have that on.
They do,
Steam.
but
Oh.
it's a puzzle to
Okay,
to figure
because
out.
on the Steam Deck you just hit the right tab and it's installed.
Install.
I
yeah.
agree.
Yeah.
I just used that literally the other night.
Yeah.
Carmen and I, we're getting into real life shit, which we said we'd say for the end of the episode.
Yeah.
But the washer machine has the seal on. We have a front loader washer that went out.
Yeah, I found out about that 5 minutes after I started a load.
Yeah, so we contact Carmen, calls like 4 different companies in Spring Hill. They all say, hey, yeah, we have to order the part. And we're like, one company goes, yeah, we have the part. And they come over on Saturday. And Friday was Halloween, so they come over Saturday. And he goes, yeah, I don't have the part. Also, it's $99 for me to come out and visit. And I was like...
I'll kill you with a gun.
I was like, okay, the whole thing is that we
picked you because you said you had the part.
Yes, and so then it's like $400 to replace this thing. So then he said, yeah, it should be here from Tuesday to Thursday. Okay, so whatever, we pay the $99, and then I'm just furious. Like the whole thing is we pick. So then he calls and he says, yeah, it says it'll be here on Friday or Saturday, and I was like, what the fuck? So last night we go to the laundromat, which we haven't been to in forever, but we were like, we have no clothes, nothing. So we go to the laundromat, which was relatively cheap, but it's the idea is that you have to go to.
You have to go there.
Yes, it was like $1.50 for like a half an hour to dry, and it's the industrial dryer, so it's like it's gonna be dry.
It's gonna do your shit just fine.
And we use our own detergent, so it's like it was cheap. It wasn't like but the idea is that
It's the inconvenience.
yeah, and so we brought the Steam Deck and we played games in my truck on my like truck's Wi-Fi and stuff like that, and it was nice. And it was it was like an adventure, but like I'd much rather be home. But
Yeah.
geez Louise, but I was using the Steam Deck like just a couple days ago and love it.
I think
And then
if Valve can,
Carmen played Dispatch last night.
she's ahead of us on that
Yeah,
curve.
that kind of makes me angry that Carmen's ahead of the curve.
Yeah,
I know she
we're
was like,
waiting.
"Why aren't you playing?" And I was like,
It's all coming out on the 12th.
"I was like, it's the next episodes are coming back, and I thought that you should play
The
this."
final episode will be out.
yeah, the last 8. So it's 8 episodes total. 5 and 6 come out in a couple days, I think. On the 12th, 7 and 8 drop.
That's much better than waiting for a Telltale game back in the day, though. I
That's
can say
true.
that
You wait
because
like
I was
2
waiting
months.
a whole fucking year to finish The Walking Dead. The first one,
Was that just season 1?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That shit sucked.
Yeah.
That was when before they kind of knew what they were doing though, because I think Walking Dead was like their first like big one. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the real comeback for them because they did the
Back to the Future.
They did Back to the Future. They did Game of Thrones, but those weren't the big like flagships. It was really because they did it right when The Walking Dead was really popping off. So it was huge.
Walking Dead, and then what was the other one?
They did. I mean, Game of Thrones was big. Batman.
I was gonna say
Wolf Among Us was good.
Still wanna play
Wolf
those.
Among Us. This is huge.
Yeah.
Still
Give us
waiting on
fucking
2.
2. God dang it.
We were talking about that earlier today.
Yeah. Fucking.
So I don't know. Xbox is in a state of limbo.
I think
Just like the Wolf Among Us too.
Yep. I think they're going to go the way of Sega, where they're just going to be the biggest publisher in the world. They're going to put their games out everywhere.
I think they
that's
might
what's gonna be
try
it.
something crazy for this next.
I think the
If
next
they can
one.
get weird and make a comeback, I'll be all for it.
I've always been on the Xbox side of the aisle. And if they do something weird and crazy and awesome, I'll be all for it. If
it's,
especially
if it's,
to do PC integration, which doesn't. It's Microsoft.
Yeah, if
It's
anybody's gonna do that,
It's
them.
Microsoft.
Sony has no fucking clue what they're doing.
yeah,
It's just call. It's the next bill.
literally walk next door.
It's next door.
It's probably the next desk over.
Just whatever.
I think my thing with that is if they do the PC console hybrid, if it's not customizable like a PC is, I think it won't do as well because
no, people don't want customizable. They just want it to work.
Well, no, but again, if it's the price of like if it's like $1,200 for the next Xbox, and it's but it's got a PC as well into it, I'm not fucking spending $1,200 there. I'll just spend the extra $400 to get a PC.
What if it's $1,000? You get the console and a standalone and they all play Steam games.
I mean, again,
I'm saying, what if they did something crazy like that?
if they have like quick resume between the two,
Yes.
I'm there for that.
Like you play on your console, which can also have like
dual boot to SteamOS or whatever.
yeah, that has also
Yeah.
like PC functionality,
Yeah.
and then you load up.
If I can immediately turn it off and then turn on the thing and have like Halo where I left off, then yeah.
I'd be more interested there. Again, I don't think it's going to be that cheap. I think it will be like $1,200 minimum because they've already said Sarah Bond in her Infinite Wisdom was like, yeah, the next hardware we're putting out is going to be a very premium, expensive console that's going to do all sorts. And I'm like, you're really hitting us with that premium.
But here's the thing: if it just does if it's the future.
But I'll just buy a fucking PC at that point.
It depends on how it functions. Like if it's basically a PC Switch from Xbox, I'm all over that shit.
I don't know. I mean, at that
I'm
point,
fighting kids in line at Best Buy for that.
I mean,
we'll just have to wait and see.
We'll
have to wait and see. It could be the death of Xbox as a hardware developer.
I think it will be, especially because
Put a quarter in the death of Xbox jar.
Yeah.
I just think the next generation is going to be realistically the last of the traditional console anyway. Because even then, the rumors of the PS6 are standard console, a Pro variant, and a handheld that all simultaneously work together. So you could buy the handheld and still play all the PS6 games that you want. You can buy a Pro one if you want. And that's going to be new for them.
But
Nintendo's going to be the weird one who's going to keep going.
What you have with this handheld is that you're going to get a game that's a release on everything game, and it won't run well on the handheld.
I mean, that's the thing that you kind of know what you're getting into with a handheld. I know for a fact I'm not playing some games on Steam Deck.
But
I know that.
But you think that PlayStation is going to make an ad that goes, here's this console, and here's this other shitty...
It's a nut you can play outside.
Yeah, but here's this other thing. But you really won't be able to play these big titles that are coming
because
out. They're not going to make an ad that says that.
Well,
they're
no.
going to say, play anything, anywhere.
Well, because they apparently are working on a thing. This is all rumors, by the way. Don't quote me on this. That is that
we've been seeing these patents for years.
Yeah, but it's the idea that they are now having a mode on their game specifically. Like every one of their games is going to be made with the middle ground system in mind, that has a performance mode set for the handheld, performance mode set for this, and a performance.
Yeah, but how many developers are going to want to do that?
It's going to be the Sony exclusives which are going to do that, and then every other developer.
But here's the thing, though:
the same developers who are going to make games for the Steam Deck.
But but the problem is that, and this is true. This is what you guys agree: is that the idea that that the exclusives are what keep PlayStation alive is not.
But right now, I don't care about a PlayStation because after a year of them coming out, they're gonna come to Steam now.
Yes, I agree. And so the idea that having that PlayStation exclusives keep them alive is not a viable thing.
Yeah, that's not future proof.
It's not future proof
It's
at all.
not for sure. I'm gonna
It's
be,
not.
I'm,
So the idea
I'm
they
gonna be the
they
asshole who's still gonna
hey,
buy the PS6.
all these games that are exclusive work on our little portable, but these other games that are really cool, that are on Xbox and PC, are not going to run well on your portable. They're not going to advertise that because they don't want to say that it runs shit on their portable. But it's like that's the issue.
But in the same way, obviously not everything, but in the same way that like Cyberpunk is like, yeah, we're Steam Deck verified, or Ninja Gaiden 4 going, yeah, you can play us on the Steam Deck. We're brand new. You're like, it's still gonna be the same thing where it's like, yes, if you buy a handheld, you know you're gonna get bottlenecked compared to getting it on a thing.
I disagree because people don't know that. The people think
People who buy a Steam Deck know full well.
sure, yes,
That's what I'm saying. If you buy a handheld,
but Steam is different.
No, the
Steam,
fuck it's not.
Yes, it is because
The ROG Ally is the same
I
shit.
have friends on
I will
Discord.
say
I have friends on Discord that still have like 1080s.
Yeah, Xbox,
That are like, I'm
Xbox
fucking-
gamers are retards.
The idea that it's on Steam is you're running a game with the known capabilities of your PC, and like I'm running Arc Raiders on low.
Mm-hmm.
I love this game. I'm obsessed with the game. Fuck, I can barely run this game.
Mm-hmm.
I know that. But when you buy a new console, the idea is like every new game that comes out should run on my console.
Yeah.
Like if it's on the Xbox store, if it's on the PlayStation store, it should run on my console.
I mean, case in point, to bring this back.
That's what I'm saying is why Steam is different, is because Steam is used to Steam gamers who are all PC gamers. There's not there might be some, but I would say
Me.
true.
And me.
True. 80% of people that own Steam Decks at least have like an idea of that, the fact that like of having PC gaming, like they understand that.
Well,
there are definitely people that don't go, I don't have a PC, but I'm gonna get a Steam Deck.
to put it in perspective for you, you didn't mention it because I wanted to mention earlier, the Series S bottlenecked the fucking Series X. There were games that were like late to the PS or the Xbox Series X, like Baldur's Gate 3, Black Myth Wukong, and others were like, oh yeah, we're not coming over because the Series S is dog shit. Yeah. And that was the thing, is that bottlenecked until they made the games work on it. They made proprietary versions of them, like you can't do co-op on Baldur's Gate 3 on the Series S. It will not fucking run. Black Myth Wukong will hit 30 or 45 frames. It's not hitting 60. But they made those concessions for a dying fucking console. If PlayStation is still the high-end console, some of these developers are going to target the handheld as a viable option. Not all of them. Like Grand Theft Auto 6 ain't gonna fucking run on that handheld. But like there will be like Borderlands.
That's the point I'm trying to say.
What I'm saying
is that developers are not going to
I think
cater themselves to a three-part series of consoles.
Some catered to the fucking Switch. We got Witcher 3 on the fucking Switch.
That's basically just CD Projekt Red.
But also,
Nier Automata, other games. But
that's also that's them going, like the Switch came out after.
Yeah, but I'm
the
saying
360.
But I'm saying
so they were like, yeah, I mean, it's practically it's a 360. It has the capabilities.
Witcher 3 wasn't on 360.
What was it on?
The Xbox One.
The Switch is good.
That's what I'm saying.
Switch
Is like
good.
That's what I'm saying is like if there's enough people there where they're like, hey, we can make money
Sometimes
here.
I think he just fights with me just to fight with me.
What am I saying wrong? You said the Switch is good. The Witcher 3 runs like dog shit on the Switch. They still put it there. It runs stably 30 with dog shit graphics, but it's sold well because there's a fuck ton of people on the Switch who only have a Switch. I guarantee you, if a lot of people bought that fucking PS6 handheld, there are going to be people who develop and go, well, there's a lot of people there. We're going to make sure it runs on that thing. In the same way that, again, there's 5 million Steam Decks
We'll
out.
have to see how a PlayStation, and I'm sure there are people that are going to be like, this is what I've been waiting for. and they're fucking.
If it can play Gravity Rush 2,
but
that is exactly what I've been waiting for.
Idiots for waiting to get a handheld.
You mean the studio who brought you the PSP and the PS Vita making another handheld? Yeah, I'm waiting for it because I fucking love the PlayStation handhelds.
But the idea of that you're like, I wasn't gonna get a handheld until now is, I think, idiotic because there's good handhelds out now.
Yeah. I think the price is going to be the big factor too, because like the Steam Deck is the cheapest one to get because you can get it like $400. I think is the cheapest model.
I think that's the cheapest. It might be $500 now.
There's other third parties that do run
sell
Steam,
a little different.
That do run Steam OS, and they're like Emudex.
Okay, yeah.
There's ones that will run Steam games, but very few.
But like Steam Deck can at least to me the Steam Deck is powerful enough that I'm like, I can run Cyberpunk at like 45 frames. It still looks good. It runs fine. I can run Baldur's Gate 3, like that kind of shit.
Yes.
That's kind of the benchmark that I'm putting on.
No,
it's like,
I agree.
Yeah,
I just was going to clarify that there are lower tiers that do have deficits to them. That's why they're lower tier.
If Microsoft plans to be the premium gaming thing, if they're fucking the Xbox Ally they're shooting off is like, no, the $1,000 one, that's the one you want. Look how powerful it is. If PlayStation go, yeah, ours is like $600, which is the same price, whatever, and then it's like then the main console's $100 more, pros more, whatever. They can do that.
But at some point though, I feel like in the console wars we've discovered that price is not always the determination.
Not always, no, but I do
successfulness.
I do think though that comparatively, if you're going and looking at the handheld market, right? You're like, okay, well, let's see what I can get. If your option is $1,000, but if you're on Steam, it's like, oh, that's cool. But then it's like, here's PlayStation specifically building games for their handheld market. Plus, you already have a PS5. Library goes with you. That's an easier sell at $600 versus $1,000.
40 years we're gonna have a thing that we just like that's in our pocket that we expand and it becomes a controller with a fucking laser
Iron Man shit.
with a laser screen. Like,
I mean, at the end of the day, everybody's At the end of the day, realistically,
you're able to have a handheld that's this big that expands into a full controller. Yeah,
realistically, what's gonna happen is in 20 years, it's gonna be PC and whatever the fuck Nintendo puts out, because Nintendo's never dying. They have too many games that make too much money, and their systems sell too well. The Switch 2 just hit 10 million units sold, by the way. They're doing fine. So, like, Nintendo's going to... That's another thing.
Okay, so...
Hey, we almost fucked up our recording.
Yeah, we did.
But long story short, Xbox is in a weird spot. We don't know what the fuck's going to happen. We'll see what happens when they announce their new shit.
That was a great summary.
It really was, honestly. I'm good at this shit. Yeah. Shout out to the sponsor, W. Maybe if we're still sponsored by them.
We definitely are.
We are.
It's a code that we'll always have.
All right, sweet. Yeah, so shout out to sponsor W. Go buy some Jittlerless Energy.
They did the JJ... No, sorry. The... not JJK.
Solo leveling
collab. So they're trying to make some big moves. So use code Take It Sleazy, one word, at checkout for 10% off.
Go check out our TikTok, check out YouTube, watch our shorts. Like, just subscribe, comment, do the thing. It's a one button. You're not losing anything.
That's right.
And as always,
take it sleazy.